What is the only cryptocurrency that you should invest?
DogeCoin!
It's the people's currency, you know it's the best.
Please buy!
The most fun and ironic crypto, that is for sure.
So crypto!
We're taking DogeCoin to the moon.
to the moon!
And if a broker says,
Listen, you can't get rich with Dogecoin,
say stonks. But even Daddy Elon knows it's the time to join.
Much fun!
Cause
Fate loves irony.
therefore we're passing Bitcoin soon.
Elon Gene Snoop!
Take this little puppy to the moon. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, never sell.
Much rich!
Buy more, buy more, buy more, buy more, it's doing well.
Such high!
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, never sell.
Much value!
Rising, 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 I can tell.
Very trading!
Shut up and take my money. This meme coin is looking funny. Let's make history together. In Doge we trust.
Much trust!
Jump on the hype train, bros. Cause even Snoop Doge knows it's going up. Don't drop it when it's hot. Doge is the only cryptocurrency that you should invest.
DogeCoin!
It's the people's currency, you know it's the best.
Please buy!
The most fun and ironic crypto, that is for sure.
So crypto!
We're taking DogeCoin to the moon. DogeCoin to the moon. DogeCoin to the moon. DogeCoin to the moon. DogeCoin to the moon.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Dream Tank TV and Enhancement Shaman Madness. Okay, legit, we're back, Chad. Hope you're doing good. Alright, it's trying to push up. DogeCoin and Bitcoin are trying to push up. It's trying. This is the 1 minute. The 15 minute is trying to make, it has made it above the 200 MA. It needs to break above 2117 to get a new higher high. We're at the top of the linear channel. Stockers are trying to push up. Okay, let's see the 30 minute. 30 minutes trying to top out possibly. Let's see the 1 hour. 1 hour is trying to top out. We still have you know, a lower high. See 2 hour. 2 hour can come back down. Get rejected right here and come right back down. What's a 4 hour say? 4 hours testing is 20 EMA and the middle of the linear channel. If it gets rejected, we're going right into that purple box. Yeah, if it gets rejected, we're going right into that purple box. Maybe the second one. We'll see though. What's the daily saying? Daily's still bearish. Yeah. Daily is still, even though it's the bottom of the stock RSI, it's still bearish because we haven't nowhere turned around. Let's look at the regular candles on the daily. Okay, it's trying to do something, but it's still bearish because, like I said, you fell below your 200 EMA with your 20 EMA, so that's bearish on its own. So we'll see what's up. Yeah, but that's the daily. We'll go back to Hakanashi's. What's up? No, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, so the 15 minute is trying to break. It's breaking above the 20 EMA. You may get a hump. This may be the hump. The 15 minute hump to come back down. So we're gonna look at this. Is this a hump to continue up or a hump to continue down? But I think it's a hump to continue down because we have broken everything. So anything else, I mean, unless you start to make a new higher high, whoops. Unless you start to like make a new higher high and then move up, like, you know, something like this, move up, and then you start to move up like that. That's a breakout. But if you move up and then you just get rejected to come back down, you're gonna go right into that purple box like we were saying, to the 786 at 1660 possibly, or 15 cents. And if we do, we might trade that for a little bit to see what happens. All right, so that's what's going on right now on Dogecoin land and Bitcoin land. Well, Bitcoin most likely is going to do the same. Yeah, it's all doing the same. So you got rejected here. You have broken above the 200 EMA on the 15 minute. Stock RSI is trying to push up. You made a higher high on. You made a higher high on the 15 minute. Let's see if it holds this area. If it gets rejected, that's another thing. See the 2 hour. 2 hour looks toppy. Let's see what happens for Bitcoin. Well, it's 4 hour possible push. Daily still bearish. You have broken below your 200 EMA. And now your 20 EMA is breaking below your 100, so that's definitely bearish. And short-term bearish for sure. So yeah, it's all coming down. We just gotta let it play out. We just gotta let it play out, and then we'll buy the dips. That's all we could do. Let it play out, and we'll buy the dips. right now, these are not the dips. I mean, we're holding on no matter what, but we're not buying this because it looks very toppy, very baity, and it could definitely come down lower. So, I mean, that's my opinion, but that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's see what these people saying. Let's see what these people say. Look like Tom Crown's coming online, and I gotta go cook. We gotta go cook. So we're gonna go make food I'm gonna keep y'all on my phone, just so y'all know. All right, legit. All right. I guess he got a timer on, 30 seconds, then he'll come live, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what happens after 30 seconds. Because he just started streaming like 9 minutes ago, so I'm guessing he just got a 10-minute timer, and it's 19 seconds left. We got 10 seconds. We got 5 seconds. Yep,
What up, guys? Happy Friday. It
was his timer.
You are here. Bitcoin has fallen from 110,000, now sub 80K, and nobody seems to care. We care. You care. I see you, John. Kalizo, VZ, Bjorn, TBJ, Web Dev. How you doing, guys? I know you guys care, but nobody else seems to care. I was just saying in the chat, I was vibing in the chat with you guys, that a few years ago, we've been live here 6 years, a few years ago on a dump like this, from an all-time high down like this would be some of the biggest stream days we would see. There would be huge numbers. People would be flocking to YouTube, freaking out, mostly freaking out, and really just looking.
All right, BRB, I'm going to go keep y'all on my phone. I'll be right back, all right? We're going to go cook, all right? See what he got to say. All right, hope y'all doing good. Happy Friday. Also, we're going to take another bong rip. We needed the bong rip. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Definitely cheers, my love. Hell yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, we're going to refill that bowl. Let's see what Tom Crown's saying.
That's okay. They're just going to get sidelined as they've gotten sidelined since 2022, right? We had a poll yesterday. How low do we think Bitcoin would go? And it went lower than I thought. Honestly, I did not fully expect Bitcoin to do this. It is not out of the realm of crazy. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. But I really didn't. Maybe that's something I got to work on. I got to do some self-reflection. See where I went wrong, right? I certainly thought we would get a liquidity sweep. Certainly thought we'd move to the downside, but I did not expect to see a retracement like this. Again, not the end of the world. This retracement is still not as big as what we saw last year from March into the summer. 33% down. We have not moved 33% down. This is a 28% down move. Pretty close, but not quite. 33% would bring us basically perfectly back to March's high. That is the logical place to look. Bitcoin has never really been a fan of clean back tests in bull runs, but we have seen it so far this year, so maybe that's on deck. On the thumbnail, we got a lot to talk about. On the thumbnail, we have gap filled, and there were some people who did not like that. They did not like it. They said, Tom, what are you looking at? The gap has not been filled, and apparently my chart closed. But a very important gap to us. It may not be totally filled, but it has certainly been hit and at least majority filled. So let's take a look here. CME. We have a new landscape on our chart from CME. We had this long remaining gap from all the way back in November. I said I didn't really think this one would fill, and I might still be right if the bottom is in right now, right?
All right.
And it still technically would be open to.
All right, we're going to take another bull rip. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Definitely cheers, my love. Hell yeah. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Hope y'all doing good. Hell yeah. Now let's see what he's saying.
I can tell you what I think. You know the answer. But if you think it's going to keep dumping, that may be a spicy place to look to take a position. What I like about this is a few things. Take your fib tool. That gap sitting right there at the 0.5. We very commonly look for price to return to the 0.5 after any move, basically. The 618 a little bit higher at 696.69. Nice. The good old days of 69. 96.8 right there in the 0.5 to the 618 area. Good place to look to hedge. If you're feeling uncomfortable, if you think that this has ended the bull run, or maybe even if you just think the bull run is on pause, you might be able to look to hedge around that number. It's really similar to what we were looking at, even in the past few days, right? Kind of back to this area, back to these big monthly numbers. You look at the monthly chart, February looks like absolute garbage, and thank God it's almost over. February will wrap up here. Cursed February will wrap up here in just 5 hours, thank God. Thank God. What's up, Max? How you doing, Dom? 808 Hawk. Deegan. Super Mario down the pipe on repeat. True. He's doing that whistle glitch. February looking like crap, man. This really did hold out for a while. You guys know I'm always bullish. Bitcoin, it's going to go up eventually. Spot holders right now probably enjoying this sell-off, not shaken. I always think it's going to go up because it does eventually. But man, oh man, this is an ugly close for February. Provided we don't fly back up. Let's see, what do we need for that? Nice 10% move to the upside in the next 5 hours, 2% an hour. I don't even know if I'm that bullish for this moment here. But we're really looking for 93.3 to 96.5 to hold as support here. This was the order block from the month that we painted in our very bullish Q4 of last year. Last month hitting higher highs, closing the highest candle ever. And now February, really just tempering our expectations here. It seems like every time Bitcoin gets exciting or kind of heated up, it cools off immediately. The good news so far is that these cool off periods have really not done anything. In the sense of we've moved back, we've destroyed sentiment. Sentiment has gone from kind of excited a few times here, maybe we'll say in 23, again in 24, and then maybe again into late 24 into 25. Excitement started to build and it instantly was taken away. Something that I do like about this approach is it is not what we've seen in the past, but it may be a more sustainable way to climb. We had talked about Bitcoin ETF starting last year and what happened with gold. Gold in 2004 started its ETF and its chart began to look very different. It lost some of its volatility that it's seen in the past and it began what I'll describe as something kind of similar to this. Gold for 10 years after its ETF was approved made moves basically up and to the right, long moves to the right, a little bit down, and then up and to the right. It wasn't parabolic like Bitcoin, but it just sustained. And if Bitcoin does continue to climb like this might be more sustainable than what we've seen in previous bull runs, right? This only up. We talk about inefficiency in the market. This is not something that can continue forever. It's just like mathematical, right? It just does not work in markets. You can see that even more so back here in the 16-17 rally. Maybe we're on something more sustainable here. TBD. That's my hopium for the day. What's up, Becky? Here's to a green weekend. Yeah. So we have 2 days in this week. February closes in 5 hours. We have 2 days. 2 days to close this week. Let's take a look at that week. The weekly. What's up, David? 10 hours. Since called the bottom. Yeah, right on, bro. Right on. Good for you. I think there's reason to believe it will bounce here. The biggest reason in my mind is, well, February's over. We very commonly see these big moves into the ends of months. And typically, they can reverse, right? We tend to see shifts in momentum when they happen at the rollover of big time frames. I don't think that that's crazy. Skype is shutting down in May. I find that bullish. I hate Skype. Ain't gonna bounce for cooked, says Almighty Goose. Absolutely on the table, my friend. Absolutely. Where was this? We have filled a little bit of that gap. We have bounced. That's a solid way to start. That's not terrible. We are going to look at this week here, but something I did want to also take a peek at, this 200-day. We traded below it last year, and in fact, we traded below it the year before. We traded below it every single year, it seems, since the bear market bottom. Here we are at the 200-day. So to trade below it would be on par with the last 2 years. But there is a chance, especially with the timing moving into March, into the last quarter, or the last month of this quarter, off of that 200. And you can't deny this. You know, I cannot say that it can't go down lower. Certainly with that gap just a little bit below price, you know, 78.1 versus 77 whatever. Certainly could see more downside, right? You can see like a little touch there. This wick, you have to admit that this wick is good. We have not seen anything like this on the sell-off. This wick here on the day, if we can close above 84.5, that's a solid, strong wick. That shows buying. That shows that bulls were interested in this price. Because it's off the 200-day, and we're moving into, well, that's not what I meant, and we're moving into March, I think that just gives it a little bit more oomph, a little bit more meaning than maybe, actually red's the right color, a little bit more meaning that we typically would apply to a price movement like this. It's not looking bad. Not looking bad at all here. I'm impressed by this wick. I'm definitely impressed by this wick. To throw on top here, and I don't want to get astrological on you bros, to throw on top, I do believe, is today the new moon? Is today the new moon, or is it tomorrow? We've got some kind of bigger things going on here. Let's take a look at this. Yes, today. I think it's today. I didn't want to start with that one in case someone like clipped it. They'd be like, Tom Crown's a moon trader. I'm a moon boy, not a moon trader. There's a difference. We've observed these moon phases. Really what they are is just 2-week periods. If you don't like the idea of moon, right? It's just 2-week periods. 2-week periods, I think, are just a logical kind of ebb and flow of markets. They have in the past for Bitcoin been great indicators, and in the present, we'll see. Well, TBD. If the bottom is in right now, I'm back on the moon train. If it's not, I think we're just seeing kind of a weakening correlation here. So we have a new moon phase, a new cycle coming. We have March beginning on the same day, and we have a test of this 200-day. On top, we have a little bit of this gap being filled. On a green close today, I think it is very logical to expect some green into the beginning of March. Is what it is. Jeb called it. Love Jeb. Full moons are always green. You know, that's not always the case, unfortunately. It's not always the case. Here's a full moon. Full moon led to some green, right? Full moon. Here's a full moon that was green. Here's a full moon that was green. Here's a full moon that was green. There's a correlation, and I think the danger here is to start assigning this moon good, this moon bad, this moon up, this moon down. You know, I've been like kind of wrestling with this concept for a while as I followed it. What I really think that the moon phase is good at is basically just saying, heads up, you have a higher probability of trend reversal. That's really what I think these kind of 2-week neat and tidy periods are. It's more about trend reversal than it is necessarily up or down given whatever moon. That's my honest opinion. What's up, CBK? TL dropped an important chart in Discord under chat. All right, what do you got? This is the money shot fractal. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got here. Money shot fractal, baby. What are we looking at? This is 2023 start. I can see that. I can see that. Did we start off 2023? I can't even remember now. No, we started it off green. Started off, yep, January green. Where did we get the sell-off into? February. Where did March start? Huh. You know what I don't like, honestly? looking back to 2023 here, the start of 23, looking at January, February, March. Don't love this, right? We see March roll over. We had like kind of a similar thing go on here. Now, February didn't set an all-time high or a higher high this month, but we see a sell-off into February, and that sell-off continued into the first week and a half of March, where we got a reversal. So that could imply, you know, we're looking at a fractal, we're looking at price repeat, could imply that we're seeing something similar. Maybe we're going to see March open to a little bit of red. That wouldn't be super surprising either to me. Tom, will Jason Casper drop by to show love on your stream? Or lifer? I don't know. I hope so, Hype Soul. They're always welcome here. They're my boys. There are a lot of KOLs. I hate that word. A lot of crypto YouTube trader people that I don't like. Those are some names I definitely like. Also like CVO Crypto, Alex O Crypto. Evan Aldo, shout out to Evan Aldo. Who else is goody? Who else is good? There's more. There's so many more. It's not a complete list. But there's a lot I don't like. Where's Papa Powell when you need him? Who's Papa Powell? Powell. Exact same thing going on. I can see that. That's the best analysis of moon phases. Byron, that's what I think. I followed these for a long time, man. I made a video about moon phases all the way like back here. And I thought it was good. But since that time, I have followed them and I've kind of adapted the way that I see it. For the 2 cent take, here's kind of why. Outside of, I'm sure regular markets have some attunement with this 2-week period. Bitcoin, I think especially, has romance with the moon phase because the moon phases are every 14 days. And so is Bitcoin's difficulty adjustment mechanism. I think that's really what's going on there, at least when you look under Bitcoin's hood. I think the difficulty adjusts up or down, mining gets more or less profitable, and the market kind of adjusts and calibrates. I think that 2-week and 2-week thing is just too much coincidence. What's up, Speed Racer? How you doing, bro? Born under a bad moon. I'm a moon boy. You're a moon boy. Mean Gene, you're a moon boy. You're in good company. Gone cycle, says Matthew White. What about them? Don't fade the moons. I agree. Did someone say something about dead cat bounce? Chris B. Yeah, we actually talked about that yesterday. And I said we are falling. I think yesterday I was more like, I think that the bleeding will stop. Man, that was a little presumptuous of me, a little early. But I said, in reality, what would scare me, and I say scare me, meaning what I don't want to see, what I think would imply further downside or further kind of bloody months ahead of us, would be this. If we saw a bounce, let's say we move back to the 0.5, 92,000. Maybe we move, right? Maybe we move up to that monthly level. This is the this is January close and this is January open. So this is the 2025 open. Remember, under here is a red 2025 year. I think the odds of that closing red, very bad. But under here, what would be bad, not necessarily the fall. In fact, especially while this fall is in one motion, as this has largely been. Yesterday was a little green candle. But as long as this is in one kind of downward motion, I'm okay. I'm comfortable. We know that the farther you pull back that bow, farther you pull that string back, stronger that arrow launches forward, the farther it goes. That's kind of how I view this. What I don't want to see, or what would be more threatening to our short-term, mid-term projections, would be a return, I'll say, to the yearly open 93.3, and then a rejection. If that rejection brought us below, let's say the 200 again, and this is, there's some big ifs here and thens. This is not a definite thing. This is just a hypothetical. This would be something that I would not like. This would be a lot more threatening to my bullishness for the rest of the year. Basically, if price returned to the yearly open and was rejected by bears, this would be an exhausting move for bulls, which could and likely would weaken support below. Now, we do have a strong support, a logical, visible support here at 73.8, and it's possible we don't see a bounce until we hit that, and then we do that. And this can go many different ways. But this kind of concept, this flow of if we see a rally where bulls start jumping in, that momentum starts building to the upside and it gets crushed, that is when things look bad. And that is when, arguably, you got to kind of face the music or face reality there and kind of decide, maybe not decide, but rethink your risk management for the year. That's how I see that. I'm going to turn on some tunes here. Let me know. I think that's a little low. I don't want them to be really loud. Hold up. Good. Friday. It's Friday, boys. Crack the brews. Roll up. What's good? Let me refresh the chat here. Curious about my opinion. Maurice, what's good? What are you curious about? 50K is a nice retracement, or even 30K. Sure. All of those numbers, 30, 50, all of those numbers, I'll say it, possible. Nothing's off the table. I'm a moon boy, but brother, I've been in this space almost a decade. I have seen the ups and downs. I have seen, I have said, no, that price will never come, and then seen it come. Those are possible. But they're kind of silly targets for now. in this given moment, they are silly targets. This is the reason. 73.8. It's really 71.8, I'll say, something like that. 71.8 to 74K. This area. Right here. This is major resistance. This was 6 months of consolidation. Resistance getting stronger and stronger. Bulls pushing through, winning. A back test of 73.8 is very likely to give you a bounce. Very, very likely. Just by orders that are sitting there. Until this has been, let's say, invalidated, broken, really retaken by the bears with strength, those targets are just kind of odd to me. They're just kind of odd to me. They don't make sense to be aiming for until we see that 73.8 give up. Because we have seen this price action already in the bull run. The ETF high brought us to 49.1, retraced, swept lows. We moved higher to a new all-time high last year. We spent 6 months dicking around. The low of that dicking around was a perfect backtest of that previous high. Now, this is not typically the price action I look for on Bitcoin in a bull run, but it doesn't matter if I look for it or not, because that's what already happened here. This happened literally last year. So to see that same thing happen again here would be very neat and clean and tidy. Maybe people would say, wow, Bitcoin's really matured as an asset. Look at it. Look at its chart. It's moving back to resistances and testing them as supports. This is the place to be looking for now. This is it. 50K, 30K. Like I said, I've been in this game too long to say numbers won't happen. You think anyone thought this was gonna happen in 2020? We were live for this. You're streaming live. Do you think any human thought this would happen? No. Do you think people thought that the world was going to freeze in March of 2020? That oil would go negative? No. Things are crazy. Things can happen. Especially this year is already starting off with a lot of uncertainty in markets. I'm beyond saying numbers can't come or whatever. But I just think it's not the time. Let's see. Let's take this a move at a time. Again, maybe we do move down just to 73.8 instead of bouncing off the 200, right? Maybe then we get that dead cat bounce. Maybe then we get this retracement. This is the scenario where I would be looking for like 50, where I'd start aiming down. We move down to that previous high. We bounce. Let's say we go test the yearly open, 93.3, and we reject. Rejecting from that yearly open, then breaking lower than 73.8. There we go. In this scenario, I'm looking for lower. I'm looking for a deeper retracement. I'm assuming this support didn't hold, and the bear view is strengthened greatly. Let's do this. I did have a hunch a long time ago. It didn't happen. People, when they were very, very bearish back here last year, when they're very bearish, I said, man, 38.5 would be a great level to sweep, because you basically would take all the ETF investors and put them underwater at that level. It didn't happen. It never came. We bounced off 49.1. Everyone was looking for lower. Didn't come. Kind of how I feel like right now. Donald Pump says, buy Trump USDT now, it's going to pump. That is maybe the most gibberish sentence I've ever heard. But I appreciate you, man. Happy Friday. Asking to show it. Here, what am I looking at? Sorry, I was in the zone. Up, here's some more bots. Bots shilling coins. Dude, just to poop on anything, man, AI and crypto have a future, but that future is not here yet. Largely like how the AI future is not here. This is a scam. This guy's never been in our chat, and he is just like kind of trying to organically talk about Agent 14 AI. Nah, it's a scam, bro. I'm going to add that coin's name. I'm going to add this to the filter so that never again can it be shilled in our ranks. But be careful. These scammers are very, very crafty. One sec. Let me add that to the thing, and then I will go back to... I don't know what you guys are asking me to look at. One sec. You are listening to JD Lays. By the way, this music brought to us by Electro Dance Mixes. They have 1.6 million subscribers. on YouTube. Wow, what a beast! What a beast. Okay, added it. Hide user on this channel. Goodbye. Fake account. Okay. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Looks like 38% of us looking for more dump. That's pretty tied though. 37% looking for pump. Okay, what is it? What are we looking at? What do you guys want me to look at? By the way, if you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join our fam on our journey to 200,000 subscribers. Join us. What up, Josh? Buy Bitcoin when stream viewers under 1,000. Honestly, I think that has this run been pretty good. What's up, Roro? Stargazer. You swear people say whether the market is bullish or bearish based off current position? Absolutely, Stargazer, they do. Maybe. Here, you know what? I'm gonna one up you here. I'm gonna high five you on that. Maybe that's why I'm always bullish, baby, because my position, my Bitcoin position is like untouchable. You're accurate though. That's not off based. Check out the accumulation distribution chart that Eric Crown covers. I'm sure you know the chart. I do not actually know that chart, but I do love Eric Crown. Let me see. Eric Crown. Accum distro chart. Let's see if Google can find it. Is it in his most recent video? Looking. Aired it yesterday. Let me pull it up. It's gonna be hard. 10 hours ago. It's not gonna be easy to find it. Shout out to Eric Crown, my guy. He's a great dude. Oh, he live streamed it. Does he have Bitcoin monthly accumulation distribution chart?
It's the last day of February, and as we prepare for March, there are several things on the higher term timeframes that do suggest things might indeed get worse from here. Of course, short-term bounces are very much possible, but I do want to revisit a lot of the higher term timeframes and explain how things have changed since February began. Most importantly, because now this market cycle is taking a different turn, and I suspect that the next few months minimum is going to be a bit of a change of pace here. Anyways, as we get into it, I'm going to bring back an indicator here, something that we haven't spoken about in a long time, and I'll explain why, but it is the accumulation and distribution indicator, which has been very, very accurate in the past in getting market cycle tops for Bitcoin whenever we see the slope change while it is in the green zone. So if I mark off these areas where we actually did see that slope change, you'll notice that those were essentially the high or very close to the high with these vertical bars here.
Ew.
Oops, sorry, the slope change happened right there, and on this one happened right there. I apologize. But yeah, you know, you do see that the slope change has generally correlated with the changing of the market cycle, actually. Of course, it's not going to be perfect like we saw in this last one right here when the slope change actually did happen. Bitcoin...
There's only like a minute or two left of the... Here, I'm interested in watching this. Let me pause the other music.
Did technically make a slightly new all-time high, but in terms of the all-time high, in terms of price relativity, the all-time high was essentially there, $65,000 versus $69,000. You can see in this current cycle, it hasn't really been operating in that same fashion, which is why I haven't spoken about it in a long time, because we did see that the monthly accumulation distribution turned down back in most recently in November, and that was when Bitcoin broke out. So I guess that actually kind of was a signal in hindsight, although Bitcoin did trade higher from there. But of course, you know, just blindly taking that signal, we would have missed, you know, a good portion of these moves. And of course, right now, you know, it does continue down.
One thing I noticed here, this looks totally different. This looks completely different than all the other highs and all the other all-time highs. None of them have this kind of like high, let's say higher low into higher high move. They're all like kind of one triangle, one pyramid. Maybe on the way down, they have like little hooks, but none of them look like this.
Down. So I do kind of look at this. It probably should be looked at in like a moving average terms where it gets smoothed out a little bit. I suspect that would probably. One
thing I also notice here, you know, I'm just nitpicking the chart, nitpicking what I see here. I like where he's going with this. One thing I noticed here though is that this descending trend, a little cherry picked, a little bit. Maybe I think he would agree with me here. I want to cherry pick, not really in the negative way, but logically, would we not trend the top two, right? the two highest points. I think what happens though, if you do that, it's not as smooth. It doesn't look as good. It's maybe not as useful.
Just fix these issues long term, and we could continue using this. But yeah, you know, it is heading down here, especially at the end of February. That is going to imply and really confirm that this is distribution for the past 1, 2, 3 months now. So that changes a lot of things for me. And I have been seeing some people across the social media venues, especially Twitter, suggesting that, you know, February where what is accumulation. I think that this is very obvious evidence that this is not, especially with Bitcoin coming back down below the all-time high.
Fair. This did happen last year in the summer. You can see many months below.
Months low, so that would be January, and looking very likely that it's going to close below there as well. But after, as we get into it, I do want to reference a few other things here. Monthly.
Interesting. Love Crown. Crown's a great guy. You guys should subscribe to Eric Crown if you're not. I assume most of you are. Great dude, great analyst. So is this distribution? It certainly feels like distribution now, huh? Like with this sell-off, the last day of February, certainly feels like distribution. You had muted highs here, barely breaking all-time highs. You had a low range that broke, like, certainly feels like it. I think we could argue, though, that especially with a clean test, like a clean move to 73.8, we could say, well, maybe accumulation begins there. You know, maybe it's distribution, accumulation. Because I think you could even argue, and I think you even saw it on his accumulation distribution chart, right here was distribution. That's when it hit like that high and then pulled back a little bit and then went higher. And that's when it went higher into this month, I think. My memory serves me here for the last like 2 minutes. We could see distribution turn into accumulation at the lows and move to higher highs. Yeah, I mean, it's something to pay attention to, you know. I'm really railing on about 73.8. 73.8, 93.3, man. These are the levels, these are the prices that are important to me. If we do touch 73.8 or even as low as 71.8 and we bounce and we don't make it past 93.3, I have to change kind of my outlook for this year. My outlook, I've been very forward with you guys, very, you know, just telling you, I don't know any reason why I wouldn't tell you. My honest opinion is that I expected Q1 to be very bullish. I expected us to see all-time highs. Then Q2, Q3, I expected sideways, boring, down, people saying the bull run's over, and then Q4, a final blow off top to end the cycle. If we see this combination of 73, 71, 73, rejection from 93, maybe that's not what we're seeing. Maybe I got to reevaluate, because at least at this point, we have seen an all-time high in Q1. It's not what I would have expected. I thought higher, not just like, I don't know, 107 to 109K, splitting hairs there and higher high, but it is. We'll see. That's what good analysts do. Good analysts have to remain dynamic. You cannot continue to apply the same logic or the same signals, maneuvers, whatever to an asset indefinitely. Nothing will ever work indefinitely on an asset in kind of like the trading sense. It's you need to stay dynamic. What's up, David Brown? Grateful Imp, line on accumulation distribution chart. Can I just pull it up? Thoughts about gold. Dude, gold is I don't know, man. Accumulation distribution. That doesn't look like what he has. I don't like that one. Accumulation map by Luxalgo. Shout out to Luxalgo. Did Eric Crown, did he make an indicator for this? Let's see it. Accumulation. I don't know what his trading view name is. I don't see like an Air Crown. We'll come back to that. Textbook distributions on accumulations ever since Wall Street entered shortly after. Textbook distributions and accumulations shortly after 2017. Perhaps. 15K buyers distributed. New buyers will be found. True. Think about Bitcoin from a DCA approach. Monkey Euphoria, you will make it. You will make it. If you DCA this asset, my friend, you will make it. It's the only thing I've ever seen guaranteed work every single year for everyone who's ever done it. Ondo. You've been trading gold and silver? Dang. Since you're 15. Where's the gold? I have a gold chart up somewhere. Ooh. You know, I'm kind of like making my way to the gold chart here. Bitcoin versus S&P. Bitcoin versus S&P broke down from March's high, back testing it. Interesting. What about gold? Bitcoin versus gold. You're looking for a similar move. We talked or speculated that, dang, here we go. Literally, this was like this week. We talked about S&P coming down here, back testing March's highest support. If we saw a bounce there, that we may see an end to this selling. On top of that, we talked about Bitcoin versus gold, and Bitcoin versus gold had already broken March's high. Instead, we were targeting 0.5 to 618 area, and that's actually what happened over the last few days. Yesterday closing green, today back to green. We see a bounce here. That could be a bullish signal. Interesting. I'm gonna put alerts on this bad boy. This is very experimental, TA. I would not trade on it, but it will be something I'm paying attention to. Okay, I think there is gold on this chart. Here, yeah, that's not a very nice looking top for gold. See, like a lack of momentum. Let's start here. Gold perfectly reaching that 1618 level from the previous retracement, from its all-time high of 2,788. We want to get them twos back on. That was bumping. To 2,536. Our 1618 sat just under 3K. That's where we reached 2,958, almost to the T. What's interesting is, in similar time, S&P, we may have called the top on this channel. S&P, we'll see what the rest of the year brings. Similar. This was a more macro look. Macro's always been my jam. More macro look on S&P 500. So far, we've called the top. I'm not confident that the top's totally in there, but similar move. Let's see. So we have moved back down. That previous high. Let's get rid of this channel that's not in play. Mark out that previous high, 2,789. That is a very shallow retracement there. If gold were to bounce from that previous high, man, it would be very bullish. It'd be looking very, very bullish. I kind of doubt it for gold. I don't think gold really makes moves like that too often. Let's zoom out and see, though. It's gotten a new jam, dude. From March of last year, gold has been behaving kind of differently. This is a lot more bullish than it has been. A lot more up. Less sideways, less down, kind of more parabolic. I did say if gold breaks its all-time high, maybe looking for a parabolic move over the next few years that may still be in the charts. Daily highs on RSI coming down. You got some bear div on gold. It's not as visible on the week, but it is there. There's only 1 week of red for gold. By the way, I've done no shilling. I've done no shilling this stream. We're not done here, but midway break. Guys, make sure you've subscribed. We have 154,743 subscribers. We're making our way to 200,000. We'll be there in the next 10 months. If you haven't joined our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, jump in there. It's free. It's a great community. I love you guys in there chatting every day. We have a premium trading group that just launched this year. You can get a free trial, a week free trial. That's how confident I am that you'll get value. Literally right now, go get that week trial. And after this live stream, I'm going to be streaming exclusively in that group. It's going to be a small group, maybe 10 people show up. You'll be able to talk to me in voice, ask questions, whatever you want to look at your shitcoins, whatever you want. Check that out. If you do decide to sign up, use code VIP for 50% off. What else we got? Check out the links in the video description below. If you're looking for exchanges, we have KYC and non-KYC choices. today. BYDFI is down there. They're a great partner of ours. They have big bonuses. There's no KYC. You can use it anywhere. If you do sign up with any of them, you'll get into the VIP section in the Discord in Tom Crown, in discord.gg/Tom Crown. There's the show. There it is. There we go. Done. That was easy. You remember showing your dad a chart saying gold was going to rocket to 2,500? He's a jeweler. That probably wasn't bad news for him. Although, wouldn't that really? Because they're not holding gold as a jeweler. That's probably not great for them. Because it just costs more to make their stuff. I don't know how that works. Litecoin very solid this cycle. Yes, it is. We can look at Litecoin. I don't know why this is not showing me all the history here. Let's close this. Actually, first, let's add an alert. How's your Friday going? How are you feeling? Nvidia, the heavy rock weight that is holding down all markets, bro. Nvidia has been messing up, man. Their new GPUs suck. They're all full of problems. Their connecting cords melting. Nvidia Broadcast, a program that I use every day here on stream. They came out with a new 2.0 version. It sucks. It feels like Nvidia is really struggling as a company right now. I don't know. What do you guys think? Nvidia bullish or bearish? I think that it was overvalued. I think we need to build more chip fab in the US. Nvidia needs healthy competition. Pi Network defying my expectations. Pi hit a new all-time high yesterday and the day before. $3. Congrats to the Pi holders. Anybody in here actually have Pi? Like more than, I don't know, than what they like bought recently? Let's put a poll. See, mined it, bought some, don't have it. I don't have any. Here we go. Put the poll out there. Congrats. Mining for 3 years, yeah, about 2,900. Damn, not bad, bro. Not bad at $3 a pop, $2 a pop, $6 grand. Nice. Half for 2 years. How many do you get? Well, you should never really tell us your holdings. Yeah. You should never tell people your holdings in crypto. I don't want you guys to like dox yourselves, target yourselves, but I am curious, like how many people have earned over the years. I'm not gonna look at Pi right now though. We're just closing some charts. It's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. Ooh, oh, this is Peanut, not Trump. I don't know who asked me about this recently. But when we looked at it, Peanut was down here at 14-ish cents. And I remember saying, I wouldn't make this bet, but there's probably a good long trade here. Wow. Wow, that long trade now up 2x. Please don't get wrecked on this shit, dudes. Please. Please, please, please. This is, in my opinion, just such a stupid idea. But hey, we're here. This is kind of what we do from time to time. If you already had a bag, I wouldn't chase this up. If you already had a bag, I don't know, 0.5 right here, 58 cents, you're 618. Up here, 82, maybe. I wouldn't expect it to move past this, to be honest. I'm gonna set an alert. But damn, if you took that trade, whoever asked about it, props. Like, nice. Nice, you got an eye, bro. You got an eye for it. Let's go. Save the peanut. Move on. Trump coin. Trump coin moved to a new, not all-time low, but a new low last night. Down at $11 a share from $79, $80 a share. I wish that this whole thing had never happened, honestly. Oh, you know what? Nice. I did post a trade about this. I forgot. Let me see. I forgot. I was like, this looks hella bullish. I think I posted it in our in the new private group. Let me find it. I might not be able to find it. That's a W. Gonna look. Boom. To the group, man. We could have rode that much higher. That was a 45% gain. Apparently it could have gone much higher. We were only looking for 230. Where did we hit? From 158. Could have been an 80% move. Actually, that was a pretty solid trade. I'll take that to 230. This must have been on a different chart though, because this high only goes to 2. Because OKX. Yep. The other one was MEXC. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to find, but grats to anybody who took that. Hell yeah. Hells to the yeah. Getting through these. Radium. Radium has slowed the bleeding. No comment on radium here. This closing charts stay with me. Yeah, ADA stopping me out. Jesus. Jeez, my lungs are getting wrecked, man. My lungs are just getting toasted. Probably because I do like 3-to-1 risk rewards. Toasted by fractions of a penny. Still think that's a decent trade. High or low on Cardano for now. USDT dominance. Chart that I've had up for a long time. We've been pretty good at this. Looking for that lower high. That may have finally have come through. I think we drew this back in January. Looking for a lower high versus August. Retesting that 3.7 lower high. Looking for a lower low into the bull run peak. TBD. Ethereum long wrecked. Ethereum broke its low. Wow. I wish I didn't close that short. Ethereum low. Swept down here. Let's look at FBTC. Struggling, man. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a mirror of the FUSD pair. You hit that wick low in the third. Consolidated. It's moved down. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back down at least at 0.25. Where's the dead cat bounce? Where's it going to bounce? Like, for real. Damn, looking really bad. I'll leave that one open. H-bar. H-bar actually doing pretty good here. H-bar holding up. H-bar holding up. 18 cents. At this point, I think I would move stops up considerably. Maybe like 16.1 for a lot of these. I would not want to ride these back down. Previous resistance at 18 cents. I don't have any real other comment other than what's here, actually. Let's save that, move on. Litecoin, my baby. Litecoin. I've been in the zone. Stream in 720 intended. It's in 720? It's not in 1080? Interesting. Huh. Why is it in 720? That's very odd. I wonder if they'll last you, because I didn't mess with those settings for a very long time. I messed with those settings. I wonder if the last few streams are in 720. Good eye, my friend. Thank you for pointing that out. I mean, it's not a huge deal either way. It's not like, I don't know if it even does anything, but quality 720. Dang, we've been 720 for a while. I wonder if that's hurting our stream. Good eye. Thank you. Thank you. Like, seriously, thank you, friend. I'm going to add this to my calendar right now. Bear with me for a second. For after the stream to change that. I think we were having really bad connection issues one day. And I might have changed it to like 720 and maybe that fixed the issues and I just forgot about it. That's very weird. Green Day, what's up, Cool Cat? Who else is here? Send him 720 sats. I mean, I always take 720 sats. Yeah, dude. Wild that was in 720 and I didn't know. I really do appreciate that. It will never be in 720 again. That I promise you. Litecoin looking at the higher low. Damn. Yo. We were talking about a higher low here again. I was like, I don't think it'll come, or I don't know if it'll come. But as long as it holds that higher low, Litecoin and looking to retest 135. That is another test of 135. Did we get a timestamp on that? Let's see it. Let's see it. Litecoin looking good though. It has been. You know what makes me uncomfortable though? I've gotten a lot of messages from people lately, like not retail, but like other creators and like, you know, like KOL, people like that, who have been like, yo, Litecoin looks really good. And that makes me a little nervous. Makes me a wee nervous. Maybe we'll find out later. A wee nervous, but not that nervous because they're not buying. They're just saying it looks good. They're not like, oh, bro, I bought a bajillion big Litecoin. Litecoin definitely holding up. Man, after this sweep on the 3rd, I think I even talked about this yesterday. Litecoin's just out of sellers. I just think it's out of sellers. I don't think there's like a crazy amount of buyers. I just don't think that there's anything but the like mining pressure selling anymore. And I think that is leading to this chart less moving up, but more just defending its lows. There's just no coins to be swept away there. You streaming 420? Hell yeah. I live life in 420. The interview with Trump today was garbage. What did he say? Pi mine's at 0.004 pi an hour now. Lame. That's not worth it. What else would I buy right now? Not many, if any. Litecoin. Trump coin reversed, says Christoph. It'll pump very hard in the next few days. That is quite a call. That's quite a call. I think I closed it. I think I closed the Trump chart. We had looked at it, hit a new kind of low, low sense listing last night. ECH. SCI looks like kind of rejecting there. Tether market cap up to the right, baby. Silver, not much. This will be a delayed Bitcoin dump. No Trump Zelensky deal. I mean, didn't we all assume that? Isn't that what we thought would happen? Did we really think there would be a deal? Like, I don't... The whole scenario is weird to me. The whole scenario feels weird. The US and Russia, like, thing for... dude, it just all feels weird. Ooh, Tesla into our zone, man. We were looking for 295, now trading lower. Down to 274. I don't even know if that seems like the bottom. Tesla's so wildly overvalued, and it just seems like Elon Musk has no interest. It's like, honestly, it feels like Tesla is one of Elon Musk's many children that he just like has totally forgotten about. He's like, I have too many companies I'm the CEO of. Remember when they tried to tell us how CEO is like a big important job that was like hard and like they work hard and it's like, but then now you have people who are the CEO of like 50 companies and it's like, yeah, it's clearly not that hard of a job, bro. Clearly it's not even a job. Volatility moving up here, breaking past February's low. That's interesting. February pulled back, or volatility pulled back the last few days, moving higher. This is very spicy. Volatility doesn't dictate direction, but it sure does dictate spiciness. 252. Ooh, crap, I'm gonna have to go. Shit, I have to do my stream in the Discord. In the Crown Crypto. Go to joincrowncrypto.com. I'm gonna have to do my stream in there. Yeesh. I almost forgot. I got carried away by the vibes. You guys have brought a good energy here today. I appreciate that. It's been some hard times. It's been some very rough times. Ooh. Look at Total 3. Total 3 is holding. Total 3 holding that 200-day. Holding March's high. Even though Bitcoin keeps tanking. That's big alpha. Oh, I didn't expect to see that. I'm keeping that up. Got through my charts. All right, guys, I appreciate you joining on Friday. if you want. If you're, I don't know, you want more analysis, you want more in-depth stuff, there's still time. Go to joincrowncrypto.com. You can get a free week trial. It takes only a few seconds to sign up, get in the Discord and jump in. We're going to do an exclusive live stream in there. It's going to be a small group, open mic. You don't have to talk, but you can. You can talk. You can ask me questions in person, in voice. I'm going to have to go because that's supposed to start at 3. Join the Discord, discord.gg. Check out joincrowncrypto.com. Get your free week trial. Jump in now. Love you guys. Crown out. I'll see you soon. Bullish dream.
All right, we're still here. Let's see if anybody's saying anything. All right, legit. Hope y'all doing good. All right, legit.
This bull market.
Don't forget the Ondo chain either.
Yeah, man. I just
That was announced.
There's so much bullish narrative for Ondo. It's just I'm just waiting for that big breakout.
We had a super chat from Stan. He said Alexar, but I'm sure he meant Axelar. Said Axelar's technology is operating behind the scenes with big projects. Can its stale price be explained with its market cap, circulation, and total supply? Axelar is an infra play for me, an infrastructure play. I haven't looked at the Axelar chart. I don't know, Forrest, if you want to real quick maybe pull up an Axelar chart and just like do like a 1 minute rundown of what you're seeing price action wise. And then we also had a comment in the chat from the Art of Read. Rob, can Ondo reach top 10?
I mean, yes. I think also I will say this. I expect a big performance from Ondo. However, it's still not a retail community-driven project, and I think you kind of got to nail both to be top 10, right? Because look what's in the top 10. It's both that, right? It's both has retail and also has real utility and is being adopted. You know, people are actually using it, right? So, oh well, I mean, people are using Doge. I mean, maybe okay, yeah.
There's one exception.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
4 out of 5 dentists.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I mean, you look at the top 10. You got Bitcoin, ETH, XRP. There's BNB in there, Solana. They all have products, right? With the exception of, I guess, Doge. But Doge, you could argue, probably has one of the biggest communities, so that's kind of the reason it's there. And I think that Ondo, even though I'm hyper bullish on it, it does lack that big retail community. One thing that all of these do have in common is a big retail community, right? Maybe BNB, you could argue, is not so much of a retail community, but I don't know. I feel like the sentiment for BNB and Binance Chain internationally is probably a lot larger than it is here in the US. And that's simply because Binance, their main Binance.com website is not available for US residents. So for that reason, it probably, we probably don't realize how big Binance is. So all of them need retail. They all need big community. However, it's not there for Ondo. Now, I think it does have institution. It has a lot of money. It has connections. So I think top 15 for sure. I think it'd be right outside the top 10. That's just my vibe.
I'm super bullish on Ondo. Forrest, looks like you got a chart up there. If you want to, we can push that through. This is an Ondo chart, correct? Kind of looks like the Polygon chart.
I thought you asked for Axelar.
Oh, Axelar. Sorry, you're right. Axelar, my bad. Yes. Axelar.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a downtrending asset, so you got to be very careful, like longing anything like that. That being said, it is in this big falling wedge. The only problem here is like this thing's just been bleeding for so long. You could get trapped in just like some side, like like let's say Bitcoin snaps back and goes up and everything's kind of running. Like, you want to get trapped in something that's gonna like chop sideways like this for like 2 months and bore you to death before it actually moves. Or do you want to be in something that's like moving aggressively off of their, the local bottoms? The thing with Axelar, I'd say, is like, if you're like fundamentally bullish on this project and this token, like wait for the downtrend to get snapped, right? Instead of trying to pick the bottom here and then getting washed out and chopping sideways for months, however long this was, 90 days, just wait for the downtrend to get snapped. And then look to long. Even if you're paying a slightly higher price, you're paying a lot less, time wise. So that's what I'd like. Instead of trying to like grab the Pico bottom here, maybe look for the downtrend to get snapped off, and then look for this falling wedge to produce a big pump. You could also get to the top of this resistance level and fail, and then move back down to the bottom here. So that's also a key level to look out for, but. Nothing standing out to me here quite yet, but if you want to toss it on your watch list, just look for the downtrend to get snapped, and you'll probably be all right.
Awesome. You know what that chart looks like? It looks like the Polygon chart, and I shared this on my show yesterday. Like almost identical, right? Where you kind of have this falling wedge pattern, and then you have a bunch of like mini falling wedges, and the play here has been to kind of long the flip, right? When this thing flips to enter long. So that's more on the trading side, but I'll just echo what Forrest said. If you're bullish on it from a fundamental standpoint and what it does utility wise, then you want to wait for these moves back down to the lower end of that trend. That would be my thing.
Yeah, but from a Polygon, I don't know, man. I've kind of mailed it on Polygon. I know you weren't making a case for Polygon, and I know you're just kind of showing that as a comparable chart.
I'm a little torn on Polygon. And I kind of shared it on the stream yesterday.
Well, why did Polygon do so well before? Right. Well, true. Now, from like, if we're gonna sit here and like really think about it, like, why? Well, it was a scalable ETH solution. ETH had high gas. Yeah, that's the things that everyone says. But why did it realistically pump? Big ass partnerships, right? It was just one after another. You had Nike, Starbucks. I mean, the list was like, it was like 40 or 50 different big, major, lots of Fortune 500 companies were in there, and the partnerships were the big headlines. And everyone's like, look, everyone is over here on this. Like, why don't I have exposure to it? What's the last big headline you've heard with major companies using Polygon? Those have dried up. That big headline news is not a thing anymore. And so it was retail driven, right? And retail got excited about these big partnerships, and they're not seeing it anymore. And so you're not seeing the big headlines. And then also you talk about what you said. Now there's competition, right? You want to talk about scalable ETH solutions. The first thing that pops in your head is not Polygon anymore. If I were to say, hey, who's the leading scalable ETH solution? And then even on top of that, Polygon in itself wasn't even a scalable ETH solution. It was a side chain that leveraged a security that was written in the same code that easily ported dApps from one to the other. So in actuality, you could say it wasn't even an ETH scaling solution. It did nothing for ETH. It was just an alternative to ETH, a user-friendly alternative to ETH. ETH liked it being there because it took a little bit of strain off the network. Because if you wanted to participate in ETH and do something pretty basic, you could do the same thing on Polygon. However, there was really no cross communication from ETH to Polygon as far as alleviating the network transactions on ETH, right? It didn't do anything for ETH's base chain. It was just another option. Now you have real scalable solutions that are on ETH that are not a side chain. So pretty big. Also, we got 2 gifted memberships here from Crypto Pitbull, Rob Dog. So we appreciate the gift memberships, man. Thank you.
Made him a mod too. Been on for a while.
There you go.
About time. Gentlemen, I think that's all we got for today, man. Any parting words heading into the weekend for us?
Just survive. I mean, I think be willing to flip bearish if the market really falls through and we get like sub 70K and like we start holding down there and trading in the 50 and 60s for any elevated or for any like extended period of time. That's where you start to get red flags. That's kind of like last market cycle when we dropped down into the 30s and 40s for a while. It chopped around for a couple months and then kind of gave out and went lower. I just don't see anything that says cycle top is in. Like last cycle, we had Celsius and BlockFi and Voyager and FTX and Terra Luna, just like all this contagion going on. Yeah, we've had a lot of meme coin scams and extraction, but there's no like at this point, nothing that's like screaming contagion. Apart from maybe Bybit having to sell off some Bitcoin, which seems to be over. So I'm bullish until proven otherwise. But yeah, I think if you can just survive the next couple of weeks, we'll probably have some upside ahead of us.
Yeah, for me it's this right here, 86.5. We want to reclaim 86.5 because if we don't, you put in another lower high, and so nothing really structurally has changed on the chart, but. I'll definitely look more into that tomorrow during the morning live show. Rob, anything before we?
That's it.
That's it. Rocco, what about you, my friend? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I like the Zelensky and Donald Trump. It was fun.
It was fun. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched that exchange, go check it out. It's all over X.
Yeah. Also, one last thank you, Cam's Blue Wire Technology, for partly sponsoring today's show. If you want to learn how they can help your business scale and grow, especially in the field of networking and cybersecurity, they are the company to go with. Visit BlueWireTech.com. And thank you to all of you. Come join me tomorrow for the special 1 p.m. Eastern Time live show. We'll be giving away $250, potentially more. Gotta talk with the business partners here. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And so big thank you to everyone watching. Have an amazing weekend. And Rocco, this week might have been rough, but guys, we're probably out of the rough patch. I think the beginning of March is going to be very, very exciting, and we're going to be here to share that exciting news with you. So come back on Monday. We'll see you then.
Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us meme coins. They pull.
All right. 1 second. All right, let's see if anybody's saying anything. All right. Let's see what these guys saying.
You know, if you're a bull there, I think that's a pretty interesting opportunity. I mean, my God, what a move!
One last quick hit, actually. A GDP estimate from the Atlanta Fed came in with a massive drop today. Estimate from the inside the range of this blue chip consensus, which is a survey that's done and has not been done for a couple of weeks. They only come out every couple of weeks, so we'll see where this one ends up. But you can see the Atlanta Fed has adjusted their expected GDP estimate from just above 2% to a negative 1.5% GDP for Q1 of 2025. So this is a sign here that perhaps we're going to see some economic decline. And as we were speaking about earlier, this kind of thing, it's kind of a macroeconomic umbrella, a bigger picture here can definitely affect Bitcoin price in the short term. So
Do you know what the
something to be aware
trick is in this?
What's that?
Do you know what the trick is here?
What's the
So
trick?
this is nonsense, and it's the reason it's so low has to do with inventories. So basically, what happened is the way this is balancing like exports versus imports, right? And so if the U.S. is like importing a ton of stuff and exporting very little, that brings the GDP measure down like tremendously. And so what happened is because of the tariffs, all of the dealers, they imported like crazy to try to get ahead of the tariff, and it completely blew out this
model.
My bet is statistical noise, and when those actual forecasts come in,
Reversion.
yeah, it's relatively in range. Maybe it's down a little bit.
That makes sense. That's a pretty shocking number.
No, and I mean, it threw people for a loop earlier today. And the only reason I even know that is because I spent some time looking into it after seeing the number, because I'm like, economies don't swing that fast. They don't go from like, God, they don't move 4% down in a quarter. I don't care what's happened. But like, I think for listeners, and I think you'll see, and it backs it up. Like the S&P's up over 1% today from the lows. That wouldn't have happened if that was full economic recession within the next month.
Yep.
That's an interesting point. I had not looked into it to consider the import-export relationship kind of front-running the tariffs. I think that's plausible. I think it's still, if it remains to be seen, this is GDP now. This is not like an official GDP print. I think if GDP does print something pretty bad, it remains to be seen whether the market as a whole really looks through it and says, oh, this is just an import-export front-running tariffs type thing. That might spook some people, and it could set off a sell-off. I'm not saying like, an absolute crash or anything like that, but it would be harder for me to be bullish on risk assets if there is a big negative official print in GDP.
I agree. No, I if that actually comes to pass, I 100% agree that that's a curveball for the market. I think there are differences in how those two things are calculated, but we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I'm a skeptic on that number.
All right, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, in the YouTube chat. If you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're not, come over to YouTube, to the Swan Bitcoin YouTube channel, and go ahead and subscribe. We're adding 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers every month at this point. Great Bitcoin content. There's tons of like evergreen Bitcoin content, educational stuff on the channel as well. If you scroll down on the main page, we do this live stream every Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hurley has his show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which are the way that I catch up on the news of the week. Fantastically produced, great shows. So check out the Swan YouTube channel, subscribe. If you're watching the video now, please give it a like so we can spread Bitcoin education. We are from Swan Bitcoin at swan.com. You can find our app in the app stores. Just search Swan Bitcoin. You can buy Bitcoin. You can set up a recurring buy. You can set up a Bitcoin IRA. You can set up a collaborative self-custody vault with Swan Vault. And you can also work with Stephen and John in Swan Private for businesses and high net worth individuals looking to, add some meaningful Bitcoin allocation to their portfolios. So check out swan.com for more information there. Again, we'll see you next Friday. Thanks, everyone.
All right, one sec. We're almost done in the kitchen. All right, let's see if anybody else saying anything. All right, we're always catching people at the end of these streams. They're just funny. All right, one second. Hope y'all doing good. All right, legit.
For a while now. This whole week after the losing 90K, we told you that more than likely Bitcoin would be coming down into this orange box. There's a couple things going on. You have a long-term fixed range volume profile gap that we now have come into that thick, deep level of the gap. That's always a winner. You had the weekly smart trail. If I were to move this over, let's get rid of fixed range volume, because that's just muddying the charts now. Come on now, work with me. There we go. Let's turn on our signals and overlays from Lux Algo. You can see we made a nice move right back into the thick of that weekly smart trail. That is our second thing. And then you get into this one, the CME gap. Now, technically, this is going to be a kind of a harder conversation to get into because it's a little complicated. Technically, the CME gap actually comes in at 77.3. As far as CME is concerned, we only made it to 78.6. On Coinbase, we made it all the way to 78.167, but that's not 77.3, which is technically the bottom of this move for a gap in the CME futures. And while I still think there's a chance we go down and fill it, I want to make sure people are aware and understand the significance of CME gap. So let's pause for a second. We'll go back to charts, but I want to make sure you guys are aware of what's happening here. What happened was the markets closed on November 4th, right? The day before the election. The markets closed and would not reopen until Monday, November 11th. So we saw a lot of days, almost an entire week. In fact, that is an entire week. We saw a whole week of the markets being closed. When the markets closed, the price was 77,300, give or take. And when they reopened on Monday, they reopened way back up here at 81,000. What that means is that even though people who were trading like on Coinbase or Binance or Kraken or Blowfin, you guys know that's the exchange we use here with the bros, we could trade all the prices in between. But ETF holders and futures traders, if you trade the CME futures, they can only trade and get buy and sell signals when the markets are open. With the markets not being open, that means there were probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of futures placements, ETF buys and sell signals that never got triggered because we skipped all of that price action. So not every time do you fill CME futures gaps. In fact, several times in history, we've seen gaps come down way lower that were not filled. For example, there's a big gap down here at 20,000. There's gaps as low as 6,200 on Bitcoin, dating all the way back here to the COVID dip, right? So there's never a 100% guarantee that you have to close the gap. But the reason why a lot of people believe you're going to dip down and close the gap is to fill all of those orders that were skipped way back in November. And technically speaking, you do not have to fill the whole thing. I still think it's a good chance we end up filling the complete thing, but technically we got that in here and filled a lot of orders within this gap. This doesn't necessarily mean we have to go lower. That very well could be the bottom of this move. So definitely be aware of that detail. Hopefully some of you guys learned some stuff right there. Let's get back into Bitcoin. Let's talk about what's going on the chart. What's some bullish stuff going on? What's some bearish stuff going on? Why did I click Ethereum? My bad. Let's go to Bitcoin. We might take a look at Ethereum later, but right now it's Bitcoin. So we hit a lot of support levels we've been talking about the last couple of days. At the moment, we still have 3.5 hours left on today's candle to close out not just the daily candle, but the monthly candle as well. And you can see right now on the daily candle, this is a shorter term, very bullish candle. Again, I called it a shooting star earlier. Anytime you see big volume with a major lower wick, you're always going to be looking for a reversal back to the upside. In the same way, whenever you see a big candle with high volume and a high upper wick, you're probably seeing a top signal, just like we saw back on January 20th. So this is a short-term, very positive movement for Bitcoin if we can continue to hold this. I am actively going to be watching, just so you guys are aware, I'm watching the 5-minute smart trail right now, and I'll have to evaluate if we get it hit. I want to see a bounce on the 5-minute smart trail, and I will be entering a new long on Bitcoin. But for more on that, let's talk about where I think Bitcoin can get to. Some of you know I talked yesterday and the day before about a potential move back up to $90,000, or in other words, revisiting the former support level we had since back in November that we lost here the other day. When you lose support, it is not uncommon at all to simply revisit those levels of support, turn them into resistance, and then move to the downside. And what I'm seeing right now as I move towards smaller time frames, let's go to the 15-minute chart so you guys can get a good look here. And let's go to a different chart just so it's not as messy. Let's get rid of that blue. Okay, give me a second. Let me get rid of this blue because I want to be able to do this accurately. Let's go back into the 15-minute chart. There we go. Some of you are going to already see what I'm laying out right now, but in case you do not, I see a nice little left shoulder. I see a very deep and clean rounded head. And then here more recently, today, are we building maybe a nice little right shoulder at the moment? If this ends up being the case, you have a nice neckline right across. You take the depth of the head up to that neckline and you move it over to a potential breakout. This would give us a price prediction, ladies and gentlemen, of $92,000. Going back over to this chart, 92,000 is a part of this support level. Again, it's a zone of support as I move back out to the 4-hour chart, a former zone of support that we are seeing a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, saying that a move back up in that level would make sense, not just from a short-term perspective, but also from a perspective of, again, a retest, a level that we've never retested after losing support. Could we revisit it and simply bounce off of it? Now, then the question becomes, if we get a bounce to the downside, does that mean we're putting in a lower high and then continuing to the upside? Or will this be a manipulated move to the downside? And will we be coming down to reach that 77, 75, or maybe even lower levels? For that, I want to go ahead and throw it over to T Shroom, because this story, that the reason we're rallying today, the BlackRock story, T Shroom's going to kind of lay out the details, lay out what you need to know. People are buying because BlackRock is buying. People are confident again because BlackRock seems to be confident. But could this be a manipulated move? Could this be a little bit of a bull trap in play? We're going to talk a little 4D chess. We're going to lay out some situations, and I'm going to tell you what I plan to do with my money in response to this. But first, T-Shroom, for anyone who wasn't here in the intro, can you reiterate the story? What's going on with BlackRock? What's going on with them buying and selling Bitcoin? Take it away, and let's start the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the way that Zero Hedge has run the headline is BlackRock adds own Bitcoin ETF to model portfolio lineup, and that's kind of how I understand it as well. Now, their model portfolio is, I believe, the one that has the most allocation for their clients, but they also, I do believe, own that portfolio on their own balance sheet, which does show direct exposure. Now to get, no, I didn't mean to block Zero Hedge. Don't want to do that. Now, to get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty here, let's get into the detail. BlackRock is adding a 1 to 2% allocation of its 48 billion IBIT Bitcoin ETF in select target allocation portfolios, as we just saw there, per Zero Hedge as well as Bloomberg. So this is confirmed. We believe Bitcoin has a long-term investment merit and can potentially provide unique and additive sources of diversification to portfolios. That's Michael Gates, who is one of the ETF managers over at Bloomberg. So, I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot more bullish of a headline than this, but Tim, something's got me thinking that there could be more to this story. And we were chatting a little bit before the show, and I'm interested to see how folks watching would react to kind of your take on this headline.
Yeah, well, let me make sure we lay the groundwork here correctly, because you've seen stories in the past that says, like, if you're on X, you know, some people leave out details. You'll see a tweet that says BlackRock just bought $450 million of Bitcoin. Well, BlackRock didn't buy the Bitcoin. ETF holders bought the ETF, and they're required to hold 1-to-1 Bitcoin on the Bitcoin ETFs that are owned. So therefore, if the people are buying it, they're going to take that money. They get to keep the fees. They take the rest of it. They buy the Bitcoin. That person now owns an ETF, but BlackRock has to own the Bitcoin. But in the same boat, you've heard in the last week, I think over $1 billion now. I could be wrong, but last I saw it was like over 900 million a couple days ago. Clearly, there was more selling. I believe that there's been more than $1 billion of ETFs being liquidated in the last week and some change. So, of course, you're seeing headlines saying BlackRock just sold X amount of Bitcoin, not $900 million of Bitcoin in the last week. In which case, just as the bullish news is kind of fake information saying they were buying a bunch of it, this is kind of fake bearish news because, yeah, they're selling Bitcoin, but it's because their ETF holders sold their ETF. And now, again, they don't want to have this massive balance sheet of Bitcoin and nobody owns the ETF and ascribe to it. So, yeah, they're going to move it over into Coinbase. They're going to sell it because that's what they do. What makes this headline that T-Stream's showing us so important is this is not ETF money. This is not their customers' money. This is out of their personal pocketbook, their personal wallet. They are finally, after over a year of speaking highly about Bitcoin, they're finally buying the ETF themselves, getting access to Bitcoin. Okay, it makes sense to prop up your own ETF, but effectively, because they both hold the Bitcoin and the ETF, they are buying Bitcoin, and they're buying a lot of it. Just in case the math there isn't ticking for everybody, if they have $48 billion and they're looking for a 1 to 2% allocation, that means somewhere, it's $48 billion, so let's just round it up to $5 to $10 billion of Bitcoin. Not saying that they bought all that right now, but that is their plan to acquire over $5 to potentially $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's no small number. Remember how much we freaked out back in the summer of 2024 when Germany sold, what was it, like 3 billion, 4 billion, something like that? We're more than doubling that holding that Germany sold off, and it's all going to BlackRock. Now, I'm going to pause there for a second, and we're going to get back into some bullishness and get into some 4D chess conversation. Beeve Staley, I think is his name. He says, BlackRock is not your friend.
Let's see. CT says BCH moving hard than most. Let's see BCH. I mean, is BCH replicating? Because if it's replicating, then it's doing everything that's like everybody else doing. Let's see. This is what Doge right now. This is what Doge on the 15-minute. I see BCH on the 15-minute. Okay, so this is DogeCoin. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum. They're all doing the same thing. DogeCoin. Let's look at BCH. Let's see. CT says, come on, Doge. Yeah, Doge looks bearish. It looks like this is a hump. This is a rejection. We're coming lower. We're probably going to go into like 16 cents. Probably hit the 618 at 16.75. So yeah. This looks like a hump. We're coming down. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But let's look at BCH. I gotta find it. One second. There it is. It's up 6%. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it made a new higher high on the 15-minute. That's good. We're basically right here right now trying to move up. But BCH actually moved up on the 15-minute. But it's starting to look bearish. So that if it starts to fall, and if it falls below $294, it's bearish. And if it falls below $269, it continues its descent to the downside. Look at the 2-hour. Alright, 2-hour has a new higher high. You have two lower lows here. That's interesting that the lower low didn't move. You got to get above the 200 EMA and not get rejected. Your 2-hour possible rejection right here of the 200 EMA. Yeah, your 2-hour has a possible rejection of the 200 EMA. Then you can come lower. So your 2 hours slightly possible rejection in your 2-hour. Your 4 hours testing the 100 EMA, which is the 200 EMA, which possible rejection. Yo, Tiny says, what's up? What up, Tiny? Hope you're doing good. Daily is testing. It tested its 20 EMA, but it bounced off, got like rejected basically. It needs to hold it or it's going lower, and lower is possible, low $200. All right, CT. It needs to break to the upside, but you got a death cross. That's what I'm saying. On the daily, you have a death cross right here, brother. Your 100 has fallen below your 200. That right there is a death cross. Possible going lower, like, yeah, and you're at the start of it. So you need to fall for it to extend. Possible, yeah, I know it's at 300 right now, but possible 200 incoming on the day. On the day. I know you're at 316, but possible low 200. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But your day is bearish. Your 15 minutes start and turn bearish. So let's see. All right, let's see what happens, CT. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Tani says, hope everything is good with you guys. Yo, everything is good, brother. Everything is good. Hope you're doing good too. Hell yeah. Let's see. So let's go back to Doge. Yeah, so Doge right now is trying to test the 20 EMA, but looks like a possible rejection of the 200 EMA on the 15 minute. But let's see what happens. But it does look like a possible rejection. And the 1 minute has made a lower low. You have a lower low here. CT says, man, I'm praying for 200 so you can buy the dip, or praying for higher. Which are you praying for? Well, as long as you're praying, it's all good. CT said, thanks for checking it out. Yeah, no problem, CT, brother. Hope you're doing good. We're just eating right now. And then we'll get back to World of Warcraft. We're gonna jump back into World of Warcraft. But yeah, let's see what these people saying. Yeah, but it looks bearish right now. You broke on the 1 minute for BTC. You broke the trend. You're in a bearish structure. You got a lower low. Same thing with DogeCoin. You broke the trend. You're in a bearish structure on the 1 minute, and you're getting rejected by the 20 EMA. So yeah, it looks bearish. Oh, that's cute. That's some cool ass colors. Yeah, I know, that's gonna be crazy. The crazy gremlin. Yeah, so right now we do have a bearish structure. Look, right now we're getting rejected by the 20 EMA on the 1 minute for Dogecoin. So looks like we are going further down. Unless we have a God candle, but it looks like we're having a rejection. But I hope y'all doing good. Praying this is the start of the alt season. But anything could happen. Anything could happen. We're still holding no matter what, and we're buying more on the dip. So we ain't going nowhere. Huh? Yeah, we're breaking down, but that's okay. That's good because we can buy the dip. That's good. All right, hope y'all doing good. Hell yeah. Let's see what he's saying. I hope y'all doing good. All right, legit.
Down to 10, we saw a nice little bounce up. But if you watch here, every time we come back and tick down to $30,000, you see high volume. Well, guess what? Went back to the upside because retail bought the dip. We come down again, high volume. We spike back to the upside. Why? Because retail bought the dip. What happens on the final drawdown, the last and the lowest level of a candle close we got in the whole process? Let me start deleting some of this stuff so it's cleaner. Look at the volume for me, ladies and gentlemen. See how there's barely any? Retail did not buy the dip. This is Composite Man shakeout theory. This is called the spring effect, where they have some major news come in, retail buys the dip. Retail's brave enough. The spring theory is based on the concept that they wear you out until you become bearish and refuse to buy the dip. And then, because there's no more lunch money to shake out, because no more retail's going to buy, they know that that's the lowest they can make it go. And all of a sudden, that means they can shoot price back to the upside. What you're looking for to confirm this is a low volume bottom. It doesn't even have to be a whole lot lower in these moves. It just has to be slightly lower, a low volume bottom with a bounce to the upside. And then as we're breaking former resistance levels, you want to see the high volume come back in, this time confirming that the buying is back. But the problem is retail missed the opportunity. Institutions and the Composite Man get the opportunity. What's the problem right now? Well, go back to where we just were. We saw this play out in the summer of 2024. Look at the volume spikes here with me, everybody. Price dips, volume spikes. Price dips, volume spikes. Price dips, volume spikes. Price dips big time, right? We go back to 59. Look at that massive wick. Look at the volume to the last dip in September. There's a little bit of volume there, but not a lot. We had our spring. This communicated to manipulators. We're ready to move to the upside. Sure enough, that was the bottom. We went back up. What do we have going on right now? Retail bought the dip. Retail bought the, well, that one's kind of low, but retail definitely bought the dip here. Retail sold up here. Retail bought the dip. Look at this one with me, everybody. Retail bought the dip. I'm just trying to lay it out there. Based off Composite Man theory and based off of how manipulation plays out and how they manipulate news and manipulate details to sway the retail investor, maybe this was the bottom. There's been low volume bottoms in the past. I'm not going to say there's not. COVID, for example, was a a high volume bottom. Excuse me. There are high volume bottoms. Check it out. COVID was a high volume bottom. This back here, that was kind of, although we had a lower volume actual bottom, but you have spikes towards the end of big pullbacks. But I want you to be prepared that if we do make a move and reject at 90K, there is still a chance that the bottom is not in yet, that we want to revisit and find out, are retail willing? Do they have the stomach to buy this dip? If they do, we might not be over still. Until retail decides we're not buying anymore, we're done with this, and it all goes to the whales and the institutions, that's when we'll shoot back to the upside. I know a lot of you did not want to hear that. I know a lot of you don't like that. T. Sherm, I want to throw it to you. Get your thoughts on this theory. And I know there's one other thing I wanted to say about the confusion here going on, but I want to throw it to you, that you give your take here as well.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the chat is split, which is pretty interesting, but it does make sense to me, right? And I think what it means is that there's a good chance that we'll continue to see some lower price action. It may not be tonight, it may not even be next week, but as we test higher and try to do some price discovery to the upside to see where the real resistance is going to come in, whether it be 90, maybe we make it all the way back up into support 95, there's a chance that we do come back down and close the gap, right? Or just, offer another opening for global powers and the global interest to get in at lower prices. I think either way, nothing has changed about Bitcoin. Price is a temporary thing, and the overall narrative of Bitcoin throughout the duration of its history since 2009 has been up and to the right. In accord.
Also, chat on the 1 minute, you see that one rejection right here. We got a rejection of the 20 EMA. Same thing with Bitcoin. We got a rejection. We're going lower. It is what it is. That's what the chart's letting us know. We're going lower. Just so y'all know. We get to buy the dip. That's going to be good. Hope y'all doing good. All right, legit.
Continue to understand it and listen to the smartest people, riff on it and explain it in different ways. That would be my take on this. And if you're feeling fearful even after studying Bitcoin further, there could be a chance that you're just over allocated, right? If your heart rate accelerates when you're thinking about your Bitcoin holdings and seeing the number get smaller, there's a chance that you bought way too much and you bought it too elevated of a price. That
Patty says timber, brother, timber. But it's okay. We're going to buy the hell out of the dip. So it's all good. Hell yeah.
The table into the future with the future of money, which is Bitcoin and some altcoins. So that's kind of my perspective. It makes a ton of sense. Sometimes you can read into things too much. I don't think that this is a case of that. I think that there's a chance that this is a little bit, trying to read the tea leaves or whatever. But I think that there's something here for sure.
Yeah, and I don't want people to sit here and say, well, this means absolutely Tim's guaranteeing it's going to happen. We have moved into a spot in the markets where it's not about trying to make perfect predictions. Guys, I can make predictions and give you evidence for a lot of different things. It's about understanding the probabilities and possibilities of what's going to happen. If you've convinced yourself right now that we're going to new all-time highs, that the bottom is in, and we do, good, that's awesome. But what if we reject?
CT said, can you look at the BCH dominance chart? Okay. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Huh. Oh, yeah. The smack. That's funny. Crazy cats. Yes, the seal cats. Okay. Let's go look at this. BCH dominance. Here we go. BCH dominance. Crypto market cap right here. Boom. One more of that right there. Bitcoin BCH dominance on the 15 minute is skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying? Alright, it's moving up, but it looks toppy. Stock RSI is trying to top. You're hitting the top of the linear channel. You know what happens at the top of the linear channel? You come down. Let's get 30 minutes, toppy as hell. Look at your stock RSI is toppy as hell. You overextended on your linear channel, so possible coming down. Your 1 hour, 1 hour is extended as hell. Your 2 hour is extended, trying to curve to the downside, possible retraction on your 2 hour. 4 hours extended as hell. You made a new higher high. You broke above the 200 EMA. So yeah, you might have a little small retraction and might possibly move up. But you have broken on top of your 200 EMA, which is a good sign on the 4 hour. Let's look at your daily. Your daily, you're testing your 50 EMA. You need to get above your 50 EMA and then test your 100 EMA. If you then test your 200, see, like over here, you got rejected off your 200 EMA back here. This is a pure rejection of the 200 EMA, the purple line. So you need to move up and move up. If not, you're going to move up like this and get rejected. You know what I'm saying? Or go up above the 200 EMA and get rejected to come lower, because this was a rejection and this could be a possible rejection as well. And that right there is that's a bearish hit and divergence on its own. You know what I'm saying? And we're going lower. And that's the daily. Your weekly is on the floor trying to move up. From the floor, you have a lower low. I mean, you could definitely push up, but just be careful, because like you're starting to get rejected. And that's the Bitcoin. That's the BCH dominance on the weekly. Let's look at the 5 minute real quick. Look a little bit more. Zoomed in. Oh yeah, this is gonna get rejected. When you're a linear channel, you see how it's so small. You see this linear channel right here is so little. That means any move down will end up breaking it down. So even the 5 minutes about to break down. The 1 minute. The 1 minute is trying to push up. You're getting toppy. I mean, any minute you can start to just have a retraction on your BCH dominance. And there's your BCH dominance. CT, hopefully that helps you out, brother. Hopefully that helps you out. Hell yeah. But I think it's going to come down just with everything else. But hey, you never know. I mean, it is its own blockchain. It is mineable, so it could do anything. It could do anything on its own. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's go back to the 15 minute. 15 minute possible rejection. All right, so that's what the BCH is. Hopefully that helps you out, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what they say. The CT says, thank you, sir. Yeah, no problem, brother. Problem, it's all good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what they saying. All right, legit.
Sense when it comes to the world of investing. Do not over leverage yourself and get yourself in a hole where you lose everything. Your family, your mental state, your house, your car. Don't do that. Don't do that. That being said, all of this is still good news. I'm still so.
CT says the dominance has been at 24 months and finally started to move up this week. That's good. I mean, you hit a lower low and it is starting to move up, but it's going to have a little retraction in the short term, but most likely move up for sure. Because you made it above the 200 EMA. I think it was on the 2 hour. So yeah. So it's all good. Let's see what happens. Hope you're doing good. Let's see what happens. Hell yeah.
Week. Can that happen next month, 6 months, a year from now? It's going to happen. The question is, how low can the dips get before that happens? I'm just going to buy them. I'm going to buy them knowing that the future of our planet will depend upon AI and blockchain technology. And I want to be still an early investor before all the massive institutional money comes in. That's how I'm going to be treating it. You guys are the kings of your own wallets. You do what you want. But if you're interested in my strategy, that is my strategy. T-Shroom, let's go ahead and engage with chat here a little bit. By the way, guys, go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoy the Investing Bros channel. And make sure you're subscribed as well. We do have a giveaway for some of our paying members at the end of the stream. So make sure to stick around for that. Anything interesting in chat that you're seeing here, T-Shroom?
Yeah, there's been a couple of things. I actually had this cartoon pulled up that you had shared on your Twitter a little while ago, Tim.
Yeah.
That what you're saying there just a few moments ago reminded me of this image, right? Is being so close and yet giving up and turning around. you know, it's tough. It's tough to find yourself in that situation. That's not where you want to be. But you know, I think a lot of people that have tuned in, they know that. I think there's a lot of people in the chat kind of signaling that they've been here before. They have the experience necessary not to give up, right? To look at the opportunity that's ahead of them and to keep on chugging, keep on picking away and buying and DCAing and hodling. So, yeah. Are you seeing anything in the chat there, Tim?
A lot of people are. I think a lot of people want to take a look at some charts here. There are a couple charts I want to take a look at myself, but somebody said, can we take a look at Ethereum real quickly? Let's go take a look at Ethereum. Yeah. Not quite as bullish of a candle as Bitcoin. You still see an uptick in volume, slightly, not a lot. You still see a candle right now that is blue, so it's bearish, but it is. It does have a lower wick right there. What's going to be interesting, it bounced here off of $2,072. Is that going to be the bottom? Again, this is the lowest we've seen Ethereum since all the way back in December of 2023. Go off my screen for a second here, Smay, because I want to bring up something Ben Cowan has been showing. Let's go. Let me bring, I guess I got to bring this whole thing over. Go ahead and share my screen again. Ben Cowan posted something very interesting here. That he put a tweet out last night, says we're going home, and some people are thinking, does that mean the bottom's in? Well, no, technically what he's saying is this is a bull market support band, and he thinks that we could dip at least down to the middle of this, if not maybe down towards the lower end. He's still saying there's a chance that we come back down in here towards $1,400-$1,500. I'm not going to guarantee that's necessarily the case. That, of course, would be back down here towards the lows of October of 2023. That's definitely going to have some support as well. But let's take a look at some of the longer-term timeframes and see, are we getting close to a buying opportunity, or does it show a lot further signs to the downside? We had a weekly sell signal recently. We've dropped below that weekly smart trail. Let's see the 2-weekly one, for example. We never even got bullish on the 2-weekly chart, so that's not a huge thing in the world. But we're definitely got a little bit lower. It shows the weekly chart could get to now that we've lost the smart trail. Kind of saying anywhere between 1,900 and 1,200. It's a pretty wide range, but that's a long-term perspective. Nothing guaranteeing. Let's see if when we zoom in, we're seeing any type of positivity. The daily chart, not necessarily giving us a buy signal here. Let's turn on our MACD as well, just so we have the full perspective here. We recently had a bearish MACD cross. We're moving to the downside. And even though we do have a green reversal dot, we still have room to the downside with the oscillator. We still have negative money flow with, guess what? Take profit areas in the world of 1950. Okay? I'm just telling you what the charts are saying. I'm not trying to make any conclusions here. I'm just telling you I'm not seeing a bullish daily chart. What if I go to lower time frames, like the 4-hour chart? Here we are going to see a buy signal. And guess what? Kind of talking about Bitcoin bouncing back up to 90K. I would expect that ETH would bounce up as well. The targets, I would say, I'm looking at right here, maybe somewhere here in the world back towards $2,400. That would make a lot of sense. We're getting a buy signal here on the 4-hour chart. Green reversal, bullish momentum, bullish divergence, money flow, excessive sellers leaving. Very bullish. This could very well send us up towards 24. Heck, if it starts to really make some noise, we could make our way back up all the way to this bearish breaker block back up to $2,600. The problem with $2,600.
Let's see. CT says BCH is number 2 out of 5 on the daily mover. I mean, that's not a good sign. That's telling me that we're gonna have a retraction BCH. That's saying we moved pretty good. Now we need to have a retraction. I don't know. That's what that's telling me, But let's see what happens. CT, hope you're doing good, brother. Let's see what happens. Hell yeah.
If Bitcoin does go a little lower and fills that $77,000 CME gap, potentially that's what Ethereum would do as well. So just want to be very transparent and open with you guys about how I'm seeing that. That is that potential. But let's take a look at some other coins here, like Solana. Solana popping up here. It's in the green. It was up 6% earlier. It's definitely hesitating here on that 4-hour chart, but it reached down towards 126. You do see a high volume candle right there. Let's go to the daily chart just so we can see this more clearly. White candle, very bullish, long lower wick there. Very, very bullish looking candle right here. You do see the daily chart getting very close to a buy signal. Green reversal, bullish momentum, and then excessive sellers and that money flow. It's rounding off. It looks like it wants to pop here soon. Let's look at the 20-hour chart. This is a new one brought to my attention. 20-hour chart got a buy signal back here a couple of days ago, back on the 19th. Now, again, the price action continued to fall, but that buy signal is still in effect. We actually got another one came in here. What is this? Yesterday. That could send the price back up to 166. If the daily trigger goes, that could go a little higher, but again, that hasn't happened yet. The only problem, guess what? That
Let's see. FCT says that's a good point. It's up 13.71% right now. Yeah, it sounds like a retraction incoming because we just went over the daily, and the daily is bearish. So, and everything's about to come down. So, it looks like we're about to have a retraction. So, let's see what happens, though. Let's see what happens. Anything could happen, but let's see what happens. Hope you're doing good, brother. Hell yeah.
go lower whatsoever, but I do think that Solana's in a better looking spot than Ethereum, right? Bitcoin, I even think was close to its bottom. So maybe Solana falls back down to these levels, maybe goes a little bit lower, but I think Ethereum looks a little bit more vulnerable to a lower pullback than Solana. What about the weekly chart? Let's see if the weekly chart is telling us anything. Nice big lower wick. If we can sustain that, that's a good sign there. That being said, it had a sell signal, right back in here. But to be fair, we hit the sell signal and the trigger very quickly. I guess if it was gonna go lower, back down towards 97, then the green band. What about breaker blocks in here? Okay, no, we hit an order block in price there. I'm not saying Solana can't go lower. I'm saying Solana's hitting way better support levels, and I think there's a very good argument to say that Solana was more overextended than even Ethereum. And that sounds crazy because Ethereum hasn't been great, but Solana's showing me more signs of life to go ahead and start resuming an upward trend than even Ethereum. Another coin doing very well today, up over 7%, HBAR. HBAR bouncing off some major weekly support here. Weekly smart trail, weekly breaker block. This is just very, very big. This also very a long-term support level. See this yellow zone, resistance back in April of 2024, support back in February of 2022, support in June of 2021, resistance back in February 2021. So this zone has had a lot of buying and selling happening in it, but we're bouncing off of that strong support right there. Also, let's take a look here. Again, weekly chart, it had a sell signal. We've hit those targets. Not seeing the buy signal just yet, but we are seeing the RSI start to round. How about that daily chart? Guess what? Daily chart, very close. In fact, if we close today bullish, that's a buy signal. Green reversal, bullish divergences, bullish momentum, positive money flow. That is saying in the short term, in the next week and some change, make a move possibly back up here towards 25 cents for HBAR. Not necessarily. I guess you could kind of say that is kind of hitting some former resistance right from back in December. Former support, turned to resistance. So yes, we need to get back above this level. You can get back above 25 cents for HBAR to feel good. We could very easily in the next couple days see this definitely happen and reverse to the downside. But again, kind of similar to what I'm seeing with Solana, it's sitting on a lot of strong support. It's pretty dramatically overextended. I really like if you were able to buy HBAR back here, even right now for long-term purchases of HBAR still has a bright future. HBAR still going to do very, very well. Has some great relationships with institutions. Short-term, bullish, but not too crazy bullish. But long-term, we've hit on some major support going on. So that's going to wrap up some TA that I had planned here. Maybe one more question before we wrap out the Q&A section. T-Stream, anything you see that was interesting?
Well, Tim, I'm reminded that chat. Let me know. Wasn't it tomorrow, the 1st of March, that Charles Hoskinson was supposed to meet with Donald Trump? Now that the Oval Office is clearly vacated by Zelensky,
there might be a lot of.
Yeah, but I think it wouldn't be in D.C. I think Hoskinson said he tweeted out earlier this week he won't be in ETH Denver because he's got a thing in Florida, so he'll be meeting at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump. Could see some interesting price action for Cardano tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good point.
What we hear.
Let's take a quick look at that chart. Let's see what's going on there.
Gotta look at Cardano.
Yeah, so we're hitting the support band. We talked about this yesterday, how we could dip down here towards 58 cents or so. Guess what? We hit that green support band of a falling channel. Now, there is take profit daily signals down here towards 55 cents, so don't rule that out necessarily. If I go to the weekly chart, we bounced here off the smart trail. Technically went a little bit below it, if we're being very real there. This zone, even 58 cents, historically has some precedence back here of being resistance. So it's not going to have a whole lot going on there, but it is definitely... went up a little higher. There we go. That is a nice support level in play on the longer time frames. Let's check out to see momentum, power, money flow. What's going on here? The weekly chart. Interestingly, while the hyperwaves going to the downside. We recently have gotten a little green dot. I need to re-edit this. There's a little green dot right there. Some of you guys can't see. The money flow's been positive on the weekly chart. We just need to see the hyperwave go bullish once again. What about the daily chart here? Not quite there. I mean, it definitely looks like the money flow is not picking up a lot of momentum, but we don't have a green reversal or bullish hyperwave there on Cardano. So that's not necessarily the greatest thing. It is good to see that lower wick. What about lower time frames? Let's see if we find, what's the first time frame we find a bullish chart? Not the 20 hour. What about the 12 hour? Not the 12 hour. There is bullish divergence in play here recently, but not bullish there. We're very close in the 8 hour. All right. Very close to launching the 8 hour. That would give us a price boost back up to 70 cents. But I'm going to guess this is kind of very similar to others. 4 hours, kind of the one you're looking at. Could we make?
Let's see. CT says it's 13.87 up now. Okay, so put that in your perspective mind. The topish is around 13%, high 13%. If you keep hitting a top near a high 13%, that's probably near the top. Unless you can peek into the 14% area. You know what I'm saying? So maybe 13 per high level 13% might be a topish. Let it play out to see what happens so you can gauge where a top will be. I mean, if you want to swing trade, you can just hold. That's fine. You can just hold and just wait it out. May go higher. So it's all good. You never know. But let's see what happens. Hope you're doing good, bro. We got to grind. That's what we got to do. We got to grind. Hell yeah, we're going to grind.
Suspicion being used by the U.S. government to track and to audit different agencies. That news, at that point, throw the technicals out. That's bullish news. That'll bring a spike in attention to Cardano, and we can see a massive climb to the upside. But good catch there. Good catch there, T-Shroom. Let's go ahead and bring on Smay. We're going to do a giveaway here in just a second. But first, as always, we got to close out the show with our factoid of the day. He's gone dark on us.
Hello?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, good, you're awake. Listen, it's me from the future. I have to tell you. Please, quickly. They're coming. I don't have much time. You need to go to the free Discord, link in the description. If you do not sign up for the free Discord, they're coming for you. The bears, they're coming for you. Ah!
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the...
CT says, okay, I see what you mean, man. That's smart. Yeah, there you go, brother. So it's all good. Let's see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, welcome to the Factoid Today, brought to you by Decrypted.tax. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Here we have my favorite U.S. President, Teddy Roosevelt. He says, the question is, which of the following was an unusual method Roosevelt used to influence the peace negotiations between Russia and Japan? A, he personally met with both leaders on a hunting trip. B, he leaked secret military intelligence to both sides to pressure them into peace. C, he hosted informal diplomatic discussions on his yacht. Or D, he threatened to embargo both nations if they didn't agree to peace.
I genuinely could see him doing any of the four of these.
Oh, man. I have no idea.
Man, I really like A or D seem very up his personality route. He's a hunter, very much so. I can see him do that. But threatening to embargo both nations if they don't agree to peace, that's a baller move right there. What are you thinking, Sharon? Where are you leaning?
I think D. D or B. B would be my backup, but I do think D is a little bit more compelling.
I think we'll double up here to close out the week. We'll double up on D. D. A is up his personality. I just don't know if the other leaders would want to go with him. B, it seems like that could have been very problematic to leak information.
Yeah.
I think D makes the most sense here.
All right, you guys' answers locked in, and with that, drum roll, please. It is
wow.
C.
Okay.
He hosted informal discussions, and for the fact check here, I don't have to go to the internet. I have this book that I read, and it says here, under here, it says something about they met on. Oh yeah, here we go. 2 instances show when the diplomats met on the presidential yacht, the Mayflower, before they headed for Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
There we go.
Very cool. Sometimes you forget the book even exists.
The factoid. All right, back to you guys.
There you go. Well, no, we got to throw it back to you because we got to do our giveaway for our paid
Back to
members.
me.
Shout out to all of our members in Discord. I think this one, I could be wrong. This is the one for all members, right? Not just our pro bros and super bros. This includes the bros, just the basic bros.
That's right.
Correct?
Bros, Brolux memberships, all of them.
So I think that this makes this one an $100 giveaway. Whoever gets this one is going to get $100. So go ahead and spin that wheel here,
All
Smay.
right,
Who's the winner?
spin that wheel.
Woo! Basma4222. Congratulations. You are this month's $100 winner. Someone said $100 into Link. By the way, I see some people asking earlier. Again, I try to talk about Link as much as possible. If you don't hear me talk about Link in a video, it does not mean I hate it. I still love Chainlink. If I ever hate Chainlink, I will make a video saying, guys, I was the wrongest wrong I've ever wronged. And you'll know that I'm going to be talking about Chainlink, and I'm going to tell you, sell all of it, get out, it sucks. But until that video comes out, I like Link. I'm buying Link when I can on those dips. Maybe we'll talk about that on Monday at the next show. But with that said, Teacher Room, anything we need to talk about? I know Friday Fundamentals go on right after this in our free Discord with Crux. You don't want to miss it. He's going to break down a lot of great conversation there. Anything else I'm not thinking about, Teacher Room, before we let everybody go?
Yeah, you've heard and you've been enticed to go and check out our Discord, the free Discord, and our paid memberships as well to take that next step and invest in your financial future. But one thing you should know, if you're new to Discord, is there are folks who will pretend to be the investing bros, and they will reach out to you and talk to you, and they're not us. They're not the...
Let's see. CT says 1396. Okay, so that means you're hitting high levels of 13%. So can you get into 14%? Can you peek your head above 14%? And how far can you go into 14%? Because right now it looked like you're hitting a roof. You know what I'm saying? 1387, 1396. Can you peak above? And if you do, can you sustain it? If you don't, you're going back down, and now you're back at a high 13% level. And if that looks like basically a head and shoulder pattern to come to the downside. You could actually even put your technicals even on percentages to be like, okay, this looks like a head and shoulders, like toppy, you know, and then we're coming down. So you can see what's going on as well. So right now, looks like, can you get into the 14%? And how far can you get into the 14%? All right, legit. Also, we're making a bull rip. Oh, do we have a bull rip already? Oh, we do. Okay, legit. See, we bring surprises to ourselves. All right, legit. We're gonna take a bull rip, chat. Hope y'all doing good. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. All right. All right. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Definitely cheers, my love. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. CT says thanks, boss. No problem, brother. It's all good. Hell yeah, it's all good. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Definitely cheers, my love. Hell yeah. All right. All right, we're gonna bring up World of Warcraft and see what's going on in World of Warcraft real quick. All right. Hell yeah. All right, hell yeah, it's coming up. 1 second, everybody. Oh, I think I stopped the music. I did. Hold on, give me 1 second. I stopped the music. I gotta bring the music back up. Audio, audio, audio. Okay, here we go. My legit. All right. Whoops. So yeah, ain't no worries, chat. Ain't no worries. Ain't no worries. Is the game coming up? No, it's not. 1 second. We'll have it right here, if anything, while we just chill and see what's going on. Okay, there we go. Where is it? There we go. There's no quest? Oh, there's one that finally popped up. Some new stuff that are finally popping up. 150 bigger reputation. What is a world quest? Anything over here is worth getting. Let's see. Any gear? Haven't found any gear yet. Am I in trouble? No. Okay, legit. Yeah, I don't think we could do basic. We finished everything. We can't even get any more. I mean, like, kill elites. I mean, that gives us reputation, but 20 though. I mean, like, it takes a couple seconds to kill an elite though. But it's building. It's building. That's the thing, it's building. Versus not building. And which I mean by building your character. It's progression, anything basically. Okay, we're gonna go over there real quick. Yeah, because you can't do anything. I'm still missing. Still saying, hey brother, you haven't picked fishing yet. Still season 1. Okay. What about dungeons? Whoops, back. Find. 0. Auroch of Echoes. Trying to see if I can maybe jump into a Mythic group, Mythic Plus group. City of Threads. Fresh. This week is, let's see, while in combat, Soul summons a void emissary that empowers nearby enemies. Okay, so basically kill that ad. Fortify non-boss enemies have 20% more health and inflict 24% increased damage. Okay. Let's see, Challenger Peril. Let's see, the timer is increased by 90 seconds, but dying subtracts 15 seconds from your time remaining. Okay. Bosses at 20. I see Tyrannical. Bosses. Oh man, what the heck? Yeah, Tyrannical. Bosses at 25% more health. Bosses and their minions inflict 15% increased damage. Oh god, Tyrannical. And the last one is Zol Attack Guile. Zol betrays players, revoking her barrier while making death subtracts 15 seconds from time remaining. Making death subtracts 15 seconds from my time. Okay. So we got 15 seconds reduction per death. So basically we got a 30-cent reduction per death. Oh, that's rough. CT says 1410. Okay, we peaked above 14%. Yo, legit. Peaked above. Now, can it hold? Can it hold? That'll be interesting. Because we're moving too. That's the thing. Dogecoin and Bitcoin is moving. As you're saying, you're moving up on percentages. We're also moving up. All right, so let's see. So let's see if Bitcoin and Dogecoin start to fall. Are the percentages going to go lower, or are you going to keep moving? So you should be moving up because Dogecoin and Bitcoin are moving up. So that means your percentages should be moving up. So now we just gauge it. Your percentages are going with Dogecoin and Bitcoin. So the minute they start to fall, start to look where's your percentages lying. So, I mean, let's see what happens. Okay, 2017 Dogecoin, $84,433 Bitcoin. In the meantime, we're just playing World of Warcraft. We just gotta do these missions. So we can still keep an eye on the charts and everything. Everybody keeps an eye on the charts. Everybody doing good, you know. So it's all good.
Go get some data so we can start placing work orders.
All right, 1 second. I think we gotta feed our murdermans. All right, BRB. Let's see. Yeah, possibly. CT's on praying, man. 14, 15%, 14, 15. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see. CT says 14, 22, 14, 30%. All right. Dogecoin and Bitcoin are starting to fall. So, see, are your percentages starting to fall or are they climbing? So, right now, 1430 so far seems like to be the top. Let's see what happens. Is it correlating with the charts? Okay, so we got a what? Inspect equipment. There's a trash pile over here. Hold on, brother. There's a trash pile.
Interesting.
Yeah, CT said, yes, sir. They are falling. Interesting. Interesting is correlating. Okay. Come on, keep going. Keep mining. Keep mining. Come on. I can't get none of this stuff. I need rank 16, rank 7. I'm rank 7. Oh, man. Come on. I need rank. I'm almost rank 7. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going with this. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep doing scraps. I enjoy doing scraps. So we're just gonna keep going, rotating from scrap to scrap. Looks like upside down head and shoulder forming. We're pushing up. What the hell? Now what the hell we're pushing up? What the hell? This damn thing started attacking me. I can't mine. Can I mine? Hello? Hello? My shit's not working. My robot stopped working. We can't even do any more scraps. Brother, what the? I'm killing shit and we're not doing anything. It's not letting me mine. Hello, come on. Come on, come on. That's bullshit. It's fucking with me. It's not letting me shovel. This is bullshit. How dare you jip me? That's dumb. Oh, now somebody gets here. Oh, now I start mining. What kind of shit is that? Oh, now it lets me mine. Ain't that some biscuits? We're scrap. We're done scrapping, man. That's crazy. Alright, where's my stuff? Get out of here. I only got a bag. Okay, that's fine. Let's finish this. Alright, look like it's coming down. Alright, we're still pushing up. They're still trying to push up. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's pushing up nicely. So percentages should be moving. Dogecoin is pushing up 2220.
How many violations? They are lucky Bilgewater's good at getting things fixed up.
They received 100. The clan, I think. Okay, I did. The cartel, I mean. Okay. So I did that. The only thing that's left on the map is to do the devs. That's it. That's literally the only thing that's left. Oh, let's check something real quick. All right. All right. Let's continue, because like I said, the only thing we can do is basically do devs. Yeah, everything else, scrap heap, I mean, we can't even make it over there. We couldn't even do like the scraps, because it kept pausing, because of the mobs. So you need more people. That's what it looks like. Alright, we're gonna give this a try. I should go enchant, but never mind, because like I could get better gear. We can get better gear. Alright, we're gonna give this a try. Electricity. Dangerous electric fields are activated, preventing access to certain areas. Alright. Let's give it a try. Okay. What do we gotta do over here? There's something I gotta do. What was it?
There's treasure close by.
Is this it? Okay, view repair. Nada. Okay. It has to be something upstairs. Or downstairs. I fucking landed on acid. What kind of shit is that? I see the electric fields. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
All right, we're having a little bit of a dip. Okay. The cheese fries. Get out of here. Crazy ass bombs. That was an egg. How the egg have hatched? Is that part of my helper? I think that's part of my helper. Lightning bolt, damage, stuns, rooted, and capacitates enemies to open a lightning bottle. Or lightning bottle. That deals natural damage to enemies around you for 1 minute. Okay, lightning bottle. Okay. CT Sage, either way, that was a nice push. Hopefully it doesn't drop all the way back down there again. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hope you're doing good, CT, but let's see what happens.
Watch your step.
Let's see. CT says big green candle shoot BTC up again. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Where am I going? Lava. Okay, I can't go over there. So why am I going this way? What the? What am I? Oh, biscuits. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I can't go over there. I gotta go over there. Oh, no, that's where I can't. Okay, no, that's the chest. I gotta go over there. Oh, wait, there's a chest right there. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a different chest. I'm good with that. That's cool. My mouse is definitely messing up for sure. I'm trying to turn and it's not letting me turn the way I want to turn. It's a herb.
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close.
Supposed to go over here. Are we supposed to drop down? That's what I'm guessing. We're supposed to drop down. Maybe we drop down. Let's just drop down. Fuck it. Yeah, we could drop down.
Watch your step.
Yeah, easy peasy. Just drop down. Okay. Wake up. I'm supposed to go over there? How am I supposed to go over there? Alright, let's just run it out. We're gonna run it out. Okay, I ran it out. Okay, we're good. We're okay, we're okay. Okay, they don't insta-kill me, so that's kinda okay. I like that. Wasn't that just over here? What? Remote teleporter recovered. Remote teleporter recovered. The hell, no. No. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, there's another one right here. I recovered the teleporter. There he is. Where am I supposed to jump? Am I supposed to jump? I guess. Or we're gonna jump it out. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. Whoa, my game froze! What the hell? Okay. Okay. I beat one. Okay, we got one done. Hey, that wasn't that bad. Bring the artisan to the... Okay. Okay. Just over here. Pure gold. Okay. Okay. Was that it? I guess that was it. Oh, there's one over here. What's that? Okay. Okay, so like, where do we go now? We go out? Just go out. Where does Elite over there? So we just leave? Are you ready to leave? Yeah, because that was the end of the match. That was it. Hold on, brother. Let's go over there real quick. am I going? Why is everything red? What's going on here? Huh?
What's shaking, pal? Watch yourself. I'll miss you. Well, well, well. Time's a wasting. See you around.
All right, legit. Whoops. All right. Whoops, I hit the record button. My mistake. Add the theme line relic. Ooh, the ghost. The ghost. Oh, it gives me a tier piece. Wait, I could choose any piece of tier piece?
Titan's bedrock and foundation. Resuming work cycle.
Okay, we gotta bring this.
Be careful. A shot fell out.
Okay.
What have you learned lately? Let me know what you find.
You'll find me wherever the action is. Travel safe.
The causeway must be protected.
All right. Alright, we're gonna take a bull rip. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Definite cheers. Hell yeah. Yeah. Alright, it's trying to push back up. Let's see what happens. Stock is high as hell, but it's all good. Alright, we're gonna make another bull rip. Alright. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Definitely cheers, my love. Hell yeah. Oh. Alright, 2020 DogeCoin. Oh. Hell yeah. All right. All right, let's see where we gotta go, because we gotta go to a dungeon, I guess. So let's rock and roll. We should be able to clear it. There is a chest right here, possibly. Oh yeah, there was one here before. Oh wait. It's on the ground. It's sparkly. Oh, the turtle. Oh, that's the turtle. Crazy ass turtle. Oh yeah, I remember this. Let's see. Hatches will create web spenders that will create more web spenders in your area. Hatchlings can be destroyed. Okay. Maybe I can get 630 gear at level 11. If I can, I'll just farm level 11 until I get full gear. I mean, that's okay with me. I'm okay with that. Hey, where's my dev guy? Brother, where you been? Brother, I'm just trying to. Let's go. Do the thing. What is this? Oh. Alright, let's go. I guess nobody. Okay, nobody's. Okay, whatever. Biscuits. Booga booga. Brother, get out of here. Brother, why you dying? Hey, I need to heal you. See, I'm glad I'm a shaman because I can heal my dude if I need to. I'm glad there's no timer on this. That's kind of good.
Come here and recover.
Oh, it died. Rip me. Brother, hold on. Are we eating? Are we eating? Okay, we're gonna eat, I guess. Did I get well fed? Okay, 10 minutes. Agility increased by 5. Okay, that's cool. I need this, this, and this. Alright, let's go. What the hell? Why did it do that? Alright, we'll see if we can bring him out. Brother, let's go. What are you doing? Alright, let's go. Quit messing around.
Interrupt.
Oh, good. It's telling me to interrupt. That's good. Just in case I need to, I'm like, interrupt. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. That's something big that I needed. Hey, Weblets, get out of here. Ain't nobody said, come on. Get out of here. Get the smack. What the? Okay. Okay. We need 7 of those. This crazy thing. Hey, what the cheese fest? Get out of here. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Watch your step.
It got wrecked.
I need to target something first.
Watch your step.
It literally told me interrupt, and I was able to. That's banging. Where am I do that? Are you fully healed? Okay. 7 earthen miners fed. I gotta give them sandwiches. These motherfuckers. All right, bye. Come get your sandwiches. All right, come get your sandwiches. I'm not about attacking. I gotta feed people. Where they at? Oh, there's a chest over here. We're gonna grab that chest. That's what I'm saying. All right, come on, come on. What the hell is that? We're just gonna set it on fire. Hey, what the cheese fries? Get out of here. So do we get to like kill it? Okay, it went away, but like, what happened now? Do I go in here? No, that don't work that way. Okay.
Mine's just.
Okay. Alright, legit. Where we gotta go now? Which cheese fries. Don't get wrecked. Upstairs. Then we gotta go upstairs. Why is there like one over here? It's telling me over here. Is that what that is? There was nothing there. Okay. Okay. There's nothing here. Alright, so let's just go back over there then. Let's go back over there. Because obviously there's nothing down here. There's nothing down here. Sir, get out of here.
Interrupt.
Good. I like it. That was good. That was good. Are you getting healed too? Is he getting healed? Oh, he is. Okay, cool. Oh shit.
You won't hit us with that one.
The weekend miner.
Paths intertwine.
I literally just hit him with a rock. See, my objective said to feed the earthen miners, but what I did was throw a rock and say, wake your lazy ass up. And they woke up. Interesting. How to feed them with a rock. Smack. The cheese fries, get out of here. Huh? Oh, my bad. Don't fall. Just don't fall. He's on fire, isn't he? Where you at? Come on. Yeah, get over here.
Interrupt.
Not the spider webs. Hey, what's this? It's shiny.
Nice fight.
Nice.
Tell me, what
So here, oh no, okay. It wasn't a big piece of rock. It was like big plate of food. It was like actually it was like a bucket of food. Yeah, it's one big ass bucket. It was like a big ass bucket of rocks. All right, let's get it. Here's your big bucket of rocks. What the? He didn't clear it. Whatever. The spider got smacked. Did you get spider? The spider got fucking ran over. What the fuck? I didn't think it would do that. That was fucking hilarious. That car was like, move, bitch, get out the way. If you see me, you better fuck out of my way. That's literally what the car said. It fucking ran his ass over. That shit was funny as fuck.
There's treasure close by.
you healed? Where you at? I need some healing. Alright, let's go. What's this? Oh, why don't I get shot? What's going on? What's going on? Something's attacking me. What's going on over here? Where you going? Where you going? Hey.
Watch your step.
Oh, I'm lagging. Oh, what? Yo, I'm lagging. That is no bueno. Alright. Heal, brother. Heal, brother. Heal. Feel it. Feel these heals. Oh, what the? Yo, the cart knocked me the fuck out. What? Yo, the cart over there listening to Ludacris. Fucking cart. Yo, the cart's literally fucking people up. Fucking the monsters up. That shit's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna put the fucking monster in there. I wanna kill it instead of interrupt.
Interrupt.
I'm just like, what? This thing's not working for some odd reason. My abilities are not working, or I'm lagging, one of the two. Let me see, am I getting wrecked on my connection? Yes, our connection's getting wrecked. Now I see why my abilities are lagging. Bear with this, chat. We're getting wrecked. Web General Ab Enar defeated. That's what it says. Right. Alright, so let's see what happens. Alright, I guess this is the boss. We gotta go kill the boss. Make sure we don't steal in the rails, because that thing will fuck us up.
Watch your step.
It got wrecked. About 600k DPS, that's not bad. The devs are easy as hell. I am down to do and farm this stuff because you get some good stuff out of here. Looks like it. That you may need, especially when everything is done and you can't do anything else. You could just farm the devs, or you could do Mythic Plus. Whichever you can get into. If you can't get into Mythic Plus, then devs will be your next option. I'm down for that. As long as you're good, you're strong enough, you're fine. As you can see, as long as you got a healer, you're a DPS, you're fine. You don't need a tank. We'll see what happens at higher levels. Nice, nice. We gotta go turn it in now. We're gonna go turn this in. What happened? Ooga booga. Okay, legit. gotta go turn this in. We don't need that. Let's see, over there, hands, we don't need that. I'll put that over there, put that over there. 610 wrist, we don't need that. 610 head. Crib mastery, don't need that. Back possibility. Okay, that's good. Now let's rock and roll. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. Hell yeah. There is a an elite that looks like a big ass mushroom, as you can see right here. It wouldn't be too bad in the area of me if I found a farm if I could fly. If I could fly, so much easier. But now I gotta ride around the damn bumpy car, be bouncing, and it's all wacky. That's all crazy. Just give me flight and I'll be better. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Devin, cheers, my love. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's legit. Ram. Ow, biscuits. Someone smudged my foot. All right. Hey, yo, cheers, everybody. Yo, cheers. Cheers, beautiful. Devin, cheers, my love. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go turn this in. Hope y'all doing good. Alright, I forgot I need to press the button to fly. Alright. There we go. I was still trying to push up, legit.
Work cycle interrupted.
Okay, I think now we're good. I think we're good now. We gotta finish this. Oh, bless you, honey. You're welcome, sweetheart. Maybe that's what we gotta finish too. Almost done with that. We're not done with that. That was headquarters. But I can't. Where's that at? Add the streamline relic. I don't have that, so I'll do that when I can. I can't do that right now. Untrack. Adorn roll. Release the Radiant Echo. Bring a Radiant Echo to the World Soul memory, then release it. Release the Radiant Sun Echo. Do I have one? Radio Sun Echo. Still looking, still looking, still looking. I'm looking at my bags to see if we got Radio Sun Echo. It doesn't look like it. Let's see. It doesn't look like we have it. Okay, so we can't do that. We'll do that later. Al's Adorn. Do the theater. Okay, I can do that later. Sparking of Fortune. It says what? Fracture of Fortune. Find another Fracture of Fortune. I found a Fracture of Spark of Omen. Maybe it's in my bag. I gotta go check. It's probably in my bag. It's probably in my bank. Okay, we're just gonna fly over there. There's no point in taking a flight path. We're literally right here. Yeah, we're literally right here. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so we needed to my bank. That's what I needed to do, my bank.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
I got so many sparks of omen. That fucking fish. Goddamn fish. Oh.
My thanks for your patience.
Nice. Okay, cool. Alright, having a little bit of a dip. Dungeons heroic. 593 heroic gear. 587 tier 2. Oh, so I can go and get all the way tier 11 and get the max gear as possible. Oh, let's do that. The birds? Ooh, BRB chat.